What's up, everybody? We are live. How's it going? May the 4th be with you all. Happy Star Wars Day. How's everyone doing? Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
We're here, chat. Do we sound all right? The best day.
Hopefully they can hear
It's like
me.
a national holiday, yeah. Let us know, chat. Everybody's sounding good.
What's going on?
Let's go. We're going to talk.
Raccoon zombie.
Raccoon. Everybody's in
Marcus
here. It's
Lisa.
bumping. Good. We're good. We're good. All right. You guys all know who I am, of course, if you're here on the channel. Joining me today is, of course, the Docking Bay.
Of course.
Good mutual.
Welcome,
We go way
hello,
back.
everyone.
Good to
Thanks
have
for
you
having
here.
me. Much appreciated. Love being here. Been a fan for a long time. Kind of a fanboy moment myself. Everyone, you know.
The first stream guest, I mean, you know, it's a big deal.
I know. First guest. I mean, what an honor. What an honor.
And I don't have to wear a helmet this
I
time. This is
appreciate
great. What's good, everybody?
I know.
Face reveal. I already did the face reveal. That was last stream.
Hey,
That's
some
what I'm
people
saying.
may have
Like,
missed it.
I know. It's way better not having to wear a helmet to start this one.
There we go. We got lore breakdown. Marcus, Johnny, Michael, Allen. How you doing, man? A regular
Let's
from
go.
my channel. Let's go. Everyone's
Damn, we got the
piling
Docking
over.
Bay fans in here. Now I feel
Oh,
the
yeah,
pressure. I'm going to
we're
start
We're
fanboying. Let's
flooding
go.
the chat. We're flooding the chat. Come on. Oh, zombies missed the face reveal.
Damn it.
Oh, man.
It was like a week ago. Thanks,
We're
Sombra.
talking about a bunch of fun stuff. We got
Yeah,
a bunch of fun stuff to talk about. We got Tales of the Underworld. Let's see. Let's get some. If you saw Tales of the Underworlds, put a 1 in the chat. Who here's seen it already?
Yeah, we got to
All
know.
6 shorts.
Johnny, hey,
One
Red
in the
5, you
chat
have
if
any
you've seen it.
NeoPixel lightsabers? I got one right here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Little
We already
Anakin over
locked up.
there. We got
We got the
Cal.
Luke.
Kyle's chilling over there. I redid my setup too, guys.
yeah.
Let me know how that's looking. Yeah, he's got the Luke. I got Palpatine back there. Luke, Cal. My Dooku's chilling somewhere. Of course, from my good friends over at Saber Council up top there, they've got their May the 4th sale going on right now. Crazy deals. You guys can get a free Saber with any purchase or 20% off. You get to pick. And yeah, crazy good. It's the best one they're going to have all year. So don't wait. We got it in the link in the description there. But yeah, their sabers are just
I've
beautiful.
been waiting
I mean,
for this all day. It's 1:36 a.m. Oh my
damn,
goodness.
dude,
late
where
night.
are you at? Where are you at? It must be Europe or something. That's crazy. Can you say happy birthday for me, 31st of August for me, please? Happy early birthday, Marcus.
Super early birthday.
Super
but happy
early.
birthday, Marcus.
I'm sure we'll be live again before that.
Haven't seen it yet. Been at Disney for 9 hours straight. So
Damn.
many people. That's a good day. That's a great way to spend
But
May
yeah,
the
I
4th.
mean, hey, I'd skip out on Tales to go to Disney too, man. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, any day. Any day.
May the 4th be with you, Zombra. Let's go, man.
I want some lightsabers. Gotta go over to Saber Council.
Yeah, man. They got that deal. It's
Head on
bumping
over.
today.
Crazy sale going.
Let's go. How many of you guys watch Tales of the Underworld? We got to know here. Who's your
Yeah, so we
favorite
gotta- so we
Inquisitor? Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
I mean, I feel like it's
let
hard
you-
not to
you
go with the
take
Grand
that first.
Inquisitor. I'll go with the Grand Inquisitor. I feel like that's an easy one.
I'm gonna be real. I got maybe an I got the 4th sister.
That's a niche one
really-
there.
I know that I don't know why. I think I really liked her from Tales of the Empire.
You know what? Actually, I'm taking it back. Second sister, Jedi Fallen Order.
Ooh.
So good.
Okay, you know what?
Goated Star Wars game.
I'm gonna stick with my answer, but second, yeah, that's
It's a good one.
I may change to that too. That's a good one.
Kenobi kind of massacred
Okay.
Grand Inquisitor, but yeah.
About the 9th sister though. she's a scary lady.
Yeah. Wouldn't mess with her. Speaking of Inquisitors, that new one today. Not bad.
Well, do we know his? Do we know?
I don't
what
think
Inquisitor
so.
He was.
We got names for Marok and that Ahsoka one, but
Yeah.
we'll probably just have to wait for like
What was
a source book to come out.
The Ahsoka one from not Marok, but the one from Tales of the Jedi. That was like the first brother, wasn't it?
No, so they messed it up. It was a source book or like a source book in a novel or something like that in a magazine had the first brother. One of them had it as the one from Ahsoka, and then one of them had it as Marok. So we had like 2 first brothers.
Oh.
But apparently one of them was a misprint. So
Which one's technically the first brother then?
Marok is the first brother, and
Marok
the
is,
other one
okay.
is the 11th brother, I believe is what
The
it was.
11th. Okay. They
Yeah.
just added a 1 on there.
The hats are dope. Hey,
man.
Red 5 shop for this one. That one's sick, though. I love that.
Episode 3. Come on.
You can't go
You gotta-
wrong, man. I mean, 50th
20th anniversary.
20th. Jeez,
I know.
50th. What am I saying?
50th next year already, though, for Star Wars, which is crazy.
2 years from now, 27.
Oh, 2 years. That'll be. I keep getting
years,
celebrations. 2 years, 27 will be. Golly.
Damn, I can't wait for Celebration.
Anyone here planning going to Celebration?
Yeah, let us know.
2027 in California, Los Angeles. I'm don't care what happens. I'm gonna be there one way or the other.
It's gonna take a lot for me not to, you know.
I was gonna say the world's gonna have to be on fire for me to not show up. But
For sure. Never been to LA, so that'd be pretty sick.
happy Star Wars Day to you as well, Marshall.
Oh, we just see the mods in
Probably.
here. Academy, Luke, what's up, guys?
Oh, how's it going, guys? Mod is here to mod.
Hell yeah. Do you have any Inquisitor masks or lightsabers? I do not.
I do not either, actually. Oh, dude, that'd be cool.
Gotta
to have
get
an
one for
Inquisitor
sure.
mask back there.
Yeah, that'd be
man.
sick. They haven't even made one, have they?
No, not like officially. No, I mean like a Marok helmet would be sick though.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I bet Black Series will put that out. Like, they just did The Stranger. And then,
Yeah, I actually like as controversial as that is, man. That helmet, like you
It's
can't argue.
sick.
That's a pretty sick helmet. Like,
and then I think the 501st one, I think it came out today, actually, at least here. Like,
Yeah,
I know
it did,
GameStop
it
did
did.
an event for it.
yep, I think pretty sure same here. Actually, I saw a bunch of people posting that they actually got theirs today.
Yeah. Thanks, Raccoon. Yeah, I changed the setup a little bit. I had this shelf like the long way standing up, but I wanted to have more stuff like in frame. So worked out a little bit better that way. Depends how much it'll cost. I mean, yeah, for sure. For Celebration. Both
Yeah,
of you
I
would
mean,
make a
that's why, I
dope
mean, even this
podcast. Hey, man.
Hey,
Who knows? We'll start here. What's the
no,
name
hold
gonna
on,
be?
hold
We're
on
gonna-
now.
We're gonna have to figure out a name here, you know?
Oh man, we can brainstorm up some. Maybe
For sure.
Shaq can come up with some for us.
Docking Bay and Red 5. I mean, it's pretty close, you know?
It's pretty close.
It's pretty close. They're both kind of space themed.
Do you like muffins?
Hell
Question
yeah.
of the day. Oh yeah, banana.
Hell
A good
yeah.
banana nut muffin. Oh yeah.
Chocolate chip, blueberry, apple
yeah.
cinnamon,
Any day.
man.
Oh.
Raspberry.
Come on.
Let's go. This is the real content that we're here for.
Oh yeah, this is
The
May
muffins.
4th, whatever, you know. What's the food looking like?
I'd love a Darth Vader helmet. I gotta get a Vader one for sure.
I got the Black Series one. That's the
Yeah.
one from Kenobi.
That
Which
one's
is- I think
sick.
You can't really see it, but it actually has like the red lenses.
I've been
so
slacking
good.
on the helmets. I haven't got one in a while. But
I haven't-
think
I really-
think that
I
501st
really wanna
one's
get the
gonna
Rex
change
one.
it.
I want
Yeah.
the Rex one. I haven't found it anywhere because it's like the hardest one to find at this point.
Oh, it's sick. I want to print one too. Like, I've got a 3D printer, but like
Yep.
I haven't fired it up in like 6 months.
Yep, same. Yep.
It's like way too
used to
small
be
for a
I made a
helmet.
bunch of armor.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
sick.
I made a bunch
That's
of armor
sick.
before, but I haven't done anything like that in a long time. I mean, it's so much work, but they turn out so cool. So they be so accurate. So,
Yeah.
So in control of how it looks.
Chat's popping now that we're talking about food. We got donuts, cake.
I
in
know,
here.
I know.
Let's go.
Do you? I mean, come on. Do you like cake? Come on. A good ice cream cake? Oh.
Yeah, Luke getting the Saber Council pop in there as well. That's right. May 4th
yeah.
sale, guys. Head on over there.
Oh yeah. Come on. Go pick it up. 20%
Ends
off.
tomorrow, 20% off. Hanger Talk. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad
Star
at
Wars
all.
Academy. Write that down. Write that down.
We gotta get the trademark on that.
Johnny asks, what is the most scary scene in any movie that includes Vader in it? I mean, I feel like the default answer has got to be the Rogue One. Always.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, in terms of scary, that's like the only moment we really see where Vader's like, and at least in like the mainstream like trilogy movies, where we see like what his like full potential almost could be.
I'd say like maybe the Kenobi one where he was on fire as well, or like walking through it. You know,
Yeah,
like
if we look
the
at,
one duel they had
series and stuff
early.
like that, even in Rebels when he fights Kanan and Ezra and just like doesn't even try,
For sure, yeah.
just completely destroys both of them. That one's awesome.
Sup Lego in here. Another good mod and channel member too. You get that Red 5 badge chilling there.
Oh, what a beautiful badge.
If anyone becomes a member, just saying, you're gonna get a little pop up on the screen here. You know,
Ooh,
head on
Lord
over to the
Love
channel
his
page.
entrance. Love Vader's entrance in Fallen Order.
That's a good one too.
That's a good one. That's a really
That's
good
a
one.
really good one, yeah.
That's a good one just because like that's another moment where it made him feel like a horror movie character.
For
Where he was,
sure,
like,
yeah.
Scary. I gotta replay that game soon. That game is phenomenal.
Yeah, so good.
Are you more of a Fallen Order or a Survivor? Which would you prefer?
So Fallen Order, I like the story better, but
Yep.
Survivor, I like the gameplay better. That's kind of where I lie.
Yeah, I think
like
I'm in the same boat.
For one, obviously like the different sabers and stuff like that. It gets you more customization. But
Yeah.
oh, Luke, thanks for becoming a member, man. Really appreciate that.
Look at that.
Look at that, joining
Let's
up
go,
as the
Luke.
A-Wing pilot.
Let's go, Luke.
And then Survivor, I also like the open world parts, like on Kobo and stuff. I really hope they expand on that in the third one, because I think that'd be sick. Like a really good open world Star Wars game. Which I feel bad saying that because we just got an open world Star Wars game, but you know,
like it is open. I mean, as much as they called Outlaws open world, it was still a little bit linear.
Right.
I don't know. I think Survivor could definitely, like this third Survivor game coming out could definitely be like another candidate for a good open world. Because like again, it's Survivor is open world in a sense, but like you're still running through a main quest storyline.
Yeah, for sure.
But like once you kind of beat the game, there's not terribly much to do afterwards.
Yeah, there's like the bounty hunter stuff and a few other things, but yeah.
What was that? The one bounty hunter in there, the female.
I know who you're talking about. I forget her name. She was like a Nautilin, yeah.
Yeah, what was her? I forget her name.
I can't remember.
Chat, do you guys remember the female Nautilin bounty hunter from?
Shout out Turgle though.
Where, dude, did you see they made an action figure?
Yeah, the Black Series one, man. I'm gonna have to get that. That's so sick. And the Scuba Steve.
Oh, I couldn't believe they actually made it like a 2-pack with the redneck Cal Kestis and I mean that's gonna be an instant day one person.
Black Series has been cooking lately, man. I got the shelf back there. I just got the Savaggio press, and it's like insane. He's like twice the size of Maul.
Oh my gosh! Like as soon as I was like, I told myself I'm done buying Black Series. You know, I'm gonna like stick to Hot Toys. Then all of a sudden they just start making unbelievable figures, and it's like, man.
Kaj Vanda is apparently her name. I don't remember that. Yeah, I never would have got that off the top of my head.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
I did not remember her last name, but I do remember Cage. I think it was pronounced Cage. That's how I pronounced it at least.
Okay. It's been a while. I haven't touched the game in a couple of years. I should replay it. That'd be fun. Do it on stream or something.
I was actually just thinking about playing it on streaming again because I know when it came out, like I said, the performance on PC was
right. Yeah. Academy asked how we both got our start out on YouTube. So I've been doing YouTube off and on since like 2016. Just started it one day. I used to make videos about wrestling because that's another thing I'm into. I've got like a couple belts back there. And then I became an editor for a little while, and then figured I like talking about Star Wars, so why not give it a shot? And here we are, like a couple years later.
I got a pretty similar start. I'm more on TikTok more than YouTube these days, but started YouTube when I was the ripe age of 12 years old, making Call of Duty videos. Like I feel like a lot of other kids were at that time. And then just like I said, I mean, I've always wanted to talk about Star Wars. I always wanted to make a Star Wars channel. I watched, all of the legends growing up of all the Star Wars YouTube game, but like, one being Red 5, of course. Shout out. But yeah, I just thought if I'm talking about Star Wars with all my friends, and instead of annoying them that like don't listen to Star Wars stuff, I can ramble about it to people who want to listen to me talk about Star Wars stuff. For sure. And hey guys, Doc's links are in the description too. Go give him a follow there on TikTok, YouTube, all that. Be much appreciated. Much appreciated. CC9333 says, do you think they need to make a show about the Rogue clones? Yeah, honestly, I thought they were going to announce that at Celebration. I'm surprised like Bad Batch didn't delve into any sort of clone rebellion stuff. Yeah, like a lot of people thought they were. There was so much setup too. Like I was confident. I was going in the Discord. I think there's actually a pinned message like in the channel somewhere where I was like, "We're getting a Clone Rebellion show. Come back to this after Celebration," and I pinned it, and then it's still sitting there. But I mean, like I feel like because I don't know. I was hoping they'd maybe like secretly announce a secret like. Kind of how like Clone Wars season 6 was, like the lost episodes they called it. Yeah. I was kind of hoping they were gonna do something like that for Bad Batch of like the lost episodes where it follows like Rex and that group of clones that we saw. Yeah, I feel like they're going to do something. There was too much setup there for them just not to follow up on it. Well, they also made way too many cool new clones for them to not show them anymore. Like Mayday, Hauser, like all of them. They were so cool.
Yeah, we're definitely getting it. Whether it's like a Tales of the Clones or an actual series, it's got to be something.
Yep.
But
I really hope like that's another thing. Like, what would be the next tale? Because it seems like this whole like Tales of series is going to be a May 4th tradition from here on out.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Which yeah, I think I'm honestly they're some of my favorite things like of like the current stuff we're getting because they're short. I don't have to watch a bunch of episodes when they drop like Andor. Like I love that they're doing like these hour-long episodes, but like quick little because like these characters are I don't think ones that could maybe fulfill a full series but like these short like 30-40 minute total little short arcs give a lot of cool interesting backstory. So I think one about the clones would greatly benefit the whole overarching story of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, Tales of the Clones, sign me up immediately.
Yeah, immediately. We need it.
Yeah, Sith would be so sick. I've been calling for that one for so long. If they're not going to do a live action Palpatine show, give me like a Palpatine origin story. I'd love
give
that.
Me a whole, Tales of the Sith, follow Palpatine and Plagueis.
But I feel like that's too good for animation, though.
It is like, I feel like Star Wars is like they're like right on the cusp of doing something with like that whole backstory of like Plagueis because obviously we got him teased in the Acolyte near the end. So like they clearly want and are acknowledging that character now. And so with the Acolyte not getting a second season, I'm really hoping they possibly throw him into either a Tales of the Sith or some sort of upcoming project.
For sure.
Or would even be able to, is there anything coming up that he would even be able to fit in timeline wise?
I mean, Maul Shadow Lord.
Maul Shadow Lord, that's a good that could be one.
I did see like an interview with Sam Witwer, and he was talking about like just having a conversation with Filoni and trying to ask him like why did Maul stay loyal to Palpatine? Like he knew about Order 66 and all that. Why didn't he just like get revenge and call up the Jedi and be like, hey, here's the Sith Lord?
And didn't he say like that it's going to be explained in that series?
Yeah, that like Clone Wars wasn't the right time for it. So I think we're going to get that. And I feel like another character that I think could be really cool in Shadow Lord is Satine. Not like alive, but like haunting Maul in a way. Because, you know, in Rebels, he's got that like big Satine shrine with like the eyes cut all out and she's like hacked up and stuff.
I didn't even think of that because like obviously like with the announcement, everyone's first thing they thought of was obviously Darth Talon which I'm assuming, I don't know if it hasn't been confirmed that is Talon yet. It's just shown that
it's a red Twi'lek. I mean, I feel like it, they know what they're doing.
Like, there's no way it's like if I'm wrong, you know, because like even we'll get into it a little bit later, but like with the Tales of the Underworld today, like there was kind of like the same idea of like that you thought was Cad Bane, but it's not, and then it's like he was, you know, the kid. So it's like that's kind of a curveball they throw at you.
Right.
So I'm wondering if they're gonna do. I feel like you can't show Maul with a red Twi'lek and not expect everyone to be like, "Oh, it's Darth Talon."
For sure. Like,
so that'll definitely be interesting to see how they take her character on and tie her into like maybe if she gets killed off in something, because obviously she's not like around in Rebels time. It seems like, but
I wonder if they're introducing her in animation and then they're gonna use her in like the live action, like being older, maybe come like the Ahsoka era. As someone for Thrawn maybe to have, because he, you know, Balin and Shin aren't really with Thrawn anymore, and somebody's got to fight Luke and Ezra and, you know, Ahsoka.
I mean, that'd be a good counterpart to Ahsoka. You know, you have like her as the Torgruta and like the obvious good, like even just visually, like the hero and the villain. Like Darth Talon couldn't look more like a villain than like a red and black Twi'lek. Like for
sure. And I mean, there'd also be a bit of a connection there with like Ahsoka and Maul. Like Ahsoka absolutely. Having to fight someone that was trained by Maul. That'd be pretty sick.
That'd be really sick, actually. And that could be... I'm trying to think of how that would work into Ahsoka, because I mean, yeah, I could see that happening. Because, I mean, we're going... With Ahsoka Season 2, mainly focused... I feel like maybe definitely not Season 2, obviously.
No.
But... Because I feel like Season 2 is mostly going to be focusing on, like, the whole Mortis stuff going on.
I think so, but even Filoni at Celebration was saying we're going to get, like, a super crazy battle of, like, Thrawn versus the Rebels with Akbar and Ezra and all these characters.
Was that Ahsoka Season 2? Or I get that. Was that...
That was Season 2. Season 2.
That was Season 2? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I remember him saying that, and I couldn't remember if he was talking about the Mando and Grogu movie or...
2026 is going to be so good, man. Like
Is it like the upcoming like
Maul
slate
Shadow
of Star Wars
Lord
stuff coming out?
we
is
get
insane.
Maul Shadow Lord, we get a movie, and we get Ahsoka season 2 all in the same year. That's insane.
Hold on. Oh my god.
Michael
What comes out?
Allen.
What's the? Do we know what the first one's gonna be out of all those? Will it be
I
the
would
movie?
think the movie because the others aren't done yet. I mean, Shadow Lord's kind of a wild card. It's probably done by now.
True.
The movie is done, but they're filming Ahsoka right now. I don't know if you saw like Rosario's posts.
I did. I saw all her posts. I think she posted one on her like story today. Like she had like a bunch of
yeah, like a
bruises
bunch
and,
of bruises.
You're from, I'm assuming, some crazy saber fights. So
That's nuts. Michael saying, I feel like Sam Witwer is so underrated with his Star Wars knowledge. That's one thing I'm excited about too, because the way he was talking, I think he was like a producer on the show, which is
definitely
crazy.
felt like that. And it, even if he's not like credited as like a producer, we know he's like when he's in the booth. Like he's even said it before when he was working on stuff like Clone Wars. I forget exactly what it was. I think it was him talking about a time when someone met Anakin's mom or something like that. I remember watching this clip a long time ago, and he was talking to Dave Filoni. He was like, "Actually, no, they did meet back here," and he like out nerded Dave Filoni about
That's
something.
insane.
So like even if he's not credited like technically as like a producer or whatever, like you know he's like in the booth being like, "Actually, we need to change this to make it right." Like
He was in Andor this week too, eh? Did you catch that?
I saw he was the he was the like the voice on the
like in the
little intercom
earpiece,
thing.
yeah.
Because I remember I saw everyone's talking about it like, before I watched the episodes. They were saying like, "Oh, Sam Witwer has like a cameo," and I was thinking like he was gonna just like, "Hello, I'm Sam Witwer," like show up in a suit or something. But like no, like I didn't even catch it. But then I saw people talking. I'm like, okay, maybe that because like he is such a great voice actor. It's hard to tell sometimes if it is him.
I feel like they just like at Lucasfilm Studios or whatever, they've just got Sam Witwer like in a closet and they just come and like get him and drag him out on set. They're like, "Here, read this."
Because he's been a cameo in a lot of stuff lately. Because he was in Andor season 1 as the shore trooper, wasn't he?
Yep.
He was like the one that arrested Cassian. What else was he was in some other stuff too? I remember. There was obviously the one now with Tales of the Andor, and then
was he in Ahsoka? Maybe.
I'm trying to think. I want to say he was. Let me look it up. I actually can't remember.
Maybe he was a trooper or something. I don't know.
I feel like that's what he's always like a trooper or something like that.
Yeah, it was about Shmi meeting Padme. A couple people are putting that in the chat there.
That's what it was. Shmi meeting Padme because they Sam was like actually like told Davis. Actually, no, they did meet at this point in is either Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones. I can't remember which one. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." And it was just like a funny moment between them of like Dave Filoni, who's like obviously one of the most knowledgeable people when it comes to like Star Wars lore. Sam was like, actually, you're wrong.
All right, should we talk a little Tales of the Underworld now?
Let's get into it. Let's
do it. All right, the Ventress one. We got to start there, and like we got to start with that open.
I couldn't.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I guess. Yeah.
Well, first, before we jump, which did you out of the two arcs did you like better, Cad Bane's or Ventress?
It's close for sure. I think like as a full story, I might lean Cad Bane. But like there was a couple of moments I really liked in the Ventress one.
I mean, I am like a really big fan of the Dark Disciple novel. So like that like direct like instant.
It was exact, right?
It was like almost exactly. They did change. If I haven't read the book since it came out, but at the end of the novel, I do think they kind of retconned the ending a little bit. With how she kind of comes back to life and everything. But I mean, I always talk about like Dave Filoni retconning novels, but it always does seem like the order in which they prioritize stuff is like movies, shows, books, games in terms of like canon, like it's retcon pretty much. And so it's really, I like the change. The opening to that first episode was unbelievable. I instantly seeing Obi-Wan immediately, I was like, what is about to happen?
It was like, I can't believe they're doing this. Like I thought they were just going to jump forward and, you know, maybe it'd be like a passing mention of how she survived, but the way she did, that was crazy.
Like even mentioning like the whole path, like I really want them to delve more into like the path, like the hidden path of like the Jedi, because like we got that in Kenobi and everything, and then even just hearing like a little bit more about it in this series was awesome. I really like that's another like little spin-off series I wouldn't mind of like following Quinlan, Obi-Wan, like the whole hidden path situation. I think that'd be really awesome. But after, and then she meets. Do we ever get the Jedi's name?
We did. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'm so glad it wasn't any of the fan theories. I don't know which ones you saw. Like the Pietro one, I didn't hate.
I was leaning towards that it was going to be Jod from Skeleton Crew.
I hated that one. The worst one I saw was someone saying it was going to be Balin Skull. And I was like, what?
Yeah, no, that wouldn't have even made sense timeline-wise, because he was a Jedi Master in the Clone Wars, wasn't he?
Right, yeah. And they don't even look remotely alike.
No, yeah, that would have made no sense at all.
Spoiler warning,
I could have seen them maybe doing Jod.
Guys, it's in the title of the video.
It's in there. It's right down there. I mean, it couldn't be more blatant.
But yeah, I'm glad it was just an original character. It's cool seeing the another part, I guess, from the second one there, the Star Destroyers, like transitioning, and they were rolling the things out.
Can we talk about how good Stormtroopers look in Clone Wars style?
So good.
Like, I want more Empire era stories in that animation style, just because everything looks incredible.
It's
like,
so good.
It is just so pretty to look at everything. Like, I like that they even kind of get like you can tell like they kind of have like that original trilogy style. Like, they're not perfectly like Stormtroopers how they are in Rogue One. I don't know. I think they just look incredible. Everything.
Yeah, like the different blasters and everything like that. I was like, yeah, he's got a DLT-19. That's sick.
Yeah, exactly. And even them like still riding in gunships, like Republic gunships.
Right,
like
yeah.
But it's like Stormtroopers, and it's like a weird parallel.
Almost like the start of like Force Unleashed, when it's like those half clone Stormtroopers in the LAATs.
3 clones or whatever. The Triton Squad. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, the Star Destroyers I was freaking out over when they were rolling those, like,
it was so
I don't know what they're called, but like the shield generators or whatever they are.
Yep.
For the
I think that's what they are. Like,
I think so. The big balls.
Oh, Asa says Cad Bane was ruined for me by Book of Boba Fett.
The new Jedi's kid's name is Lyco. That's it, Lyco.
Okay, when did they say? I don't even think I ever heard them say that, actually.
I think they did towards the end, like only a couple of times. But yeah, the Book of Boba. I didn't mean to cut you there, but yeah.
No, you're good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, okay, let's do this, because obviously we know what happens to Cad Bane. Technically, his fate that he meets in Book of Boba Fett. But do you buy into the theory that he's still alive?
I do.
Okay, me too.
I can see it.
We're on the same page there.
I feel like they focused a little bit long on like that chest panel that was still blinking.
Even if you, I know if you turn on the subtitles, it even like acknowledges that it's like blinking and like making a distress signal or something. So like, I'm just waiting to see like if we ever somehow get a continuation of that, which I feel is almost doubtful at this point. I don't know if they'll continue that story, because I feel like for some reason they're straying away from the whole Book of Boba Fett story a little bit.
I think it was just the reception, really.
Yeah, which I'm 50. I enjoyed half of it, like, but I agree that they should definitely have not probably put the Mando episodes in there.
Yeah,
which is funny because those are technically like probably the best episodes of the show, but like those should have probably been in like season 3 of Mando.
Yeah, I think I'm higher on the Book of Boba Fett than most people are. Maybe that's like one of my Star Wars hot takes, is I don't think it was that bad. Like,
I don't think it is either.
The street racers didn't bother me as much as they bothered a lot of people.
I didn't think they were that bad either.
I feel like the spin thing especially is just such nitpicking. Like, you're trying to find something to be mad at.
I don't care. The only thing that kind of annoyed me with them is just like, I feel like the speeders just look too clean for being on a sand planet.
Yeah, like it would have fit more like in the Coruscant Underworld or something like that.
Exactly. If they put those characters like in like a Coruscant Underworld type, I think that would be like a fun show in general.
Yeah.
Because what was the main girl's name?
I have no idea.
The leader of like I don't remember. I feel like Chad would probably know, and they're gonna be like, "You guys don't know Star Wars." But she was really cool. I really liked her character.
Chrysanthemum too. That's one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Period.
Couldn't believe that they did that live. Like,
bounty hunter, sick.
Cool. And especially like even like one of my favorite scenes in that entire series of Book of Boba Fett is like the big fight in Mos Espa with like all of like Boba Fett's crew against like the Pikes, and like Chrysanthemum's getting shot like 100 times, and he like Boba pulls him over. He's like, next drink's on me or whatever. Yeah. He's like just talking to him like he knows him, like just like that little bit of acknowledgement, like these characters have a history like in the comics and stuff. It's so cool. The
deep lore on the Tusken Raiders too. Yep. Love that.
I was like iffy at first. He was like, obviously he crawls out of the Sarlacc pit, and you're like, wow, this is like the theories that people made hundreds of years ago. You know, like everyone talked about like, oh, what if Boba Fett survived the Sarlacc pit? And sure enough, like I know there's that funny video of like that comedy sketch where some dude literally predicted the exact events of the start of Book of Boba Fett like 10 years ago or something. It was hilarious. But seeing like, and then he gets taken in by the Tuskens, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm digging this. But then like you get to like really delve into like how they actually have like a hierarchy of like the Tusken like chieftain, I think they called him, and all that. Like I thought that was just like the outfits were incredible too.
Yeah, and they were like kind of different from the Tuskens that we saw in the OT, like a different tribe or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's another. That's what they kind of have like. It's almost like they all have like it's like different groups of like different variations of Tusken. There's like your standard ones that we see like in A New Hope, but then you have like the more I don't know. I don't even know what the word would be to describe them, but they had like more of like a edge to them almost, like the chieftain, like the black and red robes and everything, and they were like more warriors. It felt like compared to like the normal Tuskens, they focused more on like combat, and they taught Boba how to like use like the staff and everything.
For sure. But yeah, anyways, yeah. And long story short, Cad Bane's alive, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Back to the main point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyways,
I still think he
Tails.
is too.
Tails. Cad
Tails,
Bane.
yeah, right.
Yeah. I loved it. It was really good. The Cad Bane ones. Kind of a good old Western story.
There was like what 3 or 4 different like cowboy duels, just like showdowns that happened in that little 3 episodes. I loved it. I think I especially loved like the little backstory at the start of like how I said earlier. It kind of threw me for a loop. I think they kind of want you to think that this guy who looks like Cad Bane is Cad Bane, but then you learn his name's Laszlo, I think it was.
Yeah, I totally thought it was him at first too, and then
I did too. But like, I even like I told my girlfriend because she's watching it with me, and I was like, the voice doesn't like. I don't know how that's gonna like translate to what Cad ends up sounding like. I didn't think it was like the same voice actor.
Right. I almost thought they were gonna like.
But
I almost thought one of the shootouts they were gonna have him like get hit in the neck or something and change the lore behind like the tubes, and I was like, that's why they're gonna do the voice change. But
that's exactly what I was expecting.
I was also like, he's a little green too. Like Cad's a little bit darker, but yeah.
And then it started to click with me because then like I was like, maybe he's one of the kids. I thought like my original theory I made a video on was that I thought the kid we saw was gonna either be Cad Bane himself, or I thought that was gonna be Cad Bane's son, which wasn't too far off because it was like his childhood best friend's kid. Which, if we jump to that 3rd episode of that arc, that was dark.
Like, oh my god, yeah.
Kind of brutal. Like the straight showdown, shoots his dad right in front of him. Like kind of crazy. And it was all over because he ended up marrying, which I assume was like his girlfriend or love interest at the time. Which, you know what? Maybe valid, you know, but maybe not in front of his kid.
Now, I don't know if I'm the only one that picked up on this, but I think that kid was Cad's.
Okay, because he like there's a scene like after he doesn't, he like looks up at him. He's the same shade of blue as him.
Yeah, right? I think that's like, what they were going for without saying it.
Okay, I was thinking I didn't want to like I thought I was maybe feeling a little crazy for thinking.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for.
Okay, because even he says like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of him." Like Cad Bane says that. Also, we learned Cad Bane's real name is Colby.
Allegedly, because he was like, that's what you're going by nowadays. Like, I don't know if is that another alias.
I don't know, because like
I guess it's like his childhood best friend.
Yeah, so like they kept calling him because I don't know if that's like his real. I don't know which is his real name either. Either it's like I don't know if Cad would just technically be a nickname for like Colby. Because I know some names have like an offspring. I mean, maybe, but either way, it's kind of cool to know. Like, I don't think Colby Bane is intimidating though.
No,
it's Cad Bane.
But yeah, I think they were going for that being Cad's kid at the end. Yeah, that's definitely what I picked up on because it was even what was his last line there before he died, where he was like, "You took everything from me," and he was like, "Not everything."
He's like, not everything. He's like holding the kid's head.
Yeah,
like, but that's I don't know. I'm assuming like that. Man, I'm gonna be thinking about that now. Of if that, because like, there's no way they would purposely make him look like a young Cad Bane when his dad is like the more green skin tone of like the, Duros,
yeah,
Duros, yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're like, there's Also, just cool seeing there's that many like alien species. That's like the best part about Star Wars animation is like they can put in so many like alien species and not have to worry about like costume design. It's just all animation.
For sure.
Really cool seeing that. Like, and then also even like the I think it was in the first or second episode when like they go to like the candy shop and then like they like get out and then like Cad, or actually it wasn't Cad, it was Laszlo, like shoots like it was like the store owner or the bigger guy, the bigger
Right.
girls, and the Cad and him are just like kind of looking. And they get split up. Like that was like I don't know, like the whole it was kind of just sad the whole time. Honestly, like the whole
Yeah.
story is kind of tragic. Like, and then I mean, how long was Cad Bane locked up for? Because they take him to jail. And then he like by the time he's out, he's kind of like more of like the Cad Bane we recognize of like the older, like gunslinger.
I
He was
think
locked
they
up. I know
said 5 years at one point.
They did say 5. He said that he's still locked up for another 5 years, though.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. So he might have been in there for a good while already. So I don't know exactly what timeline-wise we're looking at, but
Yeah, I don't think we officially have like the BBYs or anything like that.
yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm sure we will. I'm sure I'll be checking Wikipedia here in the next couple weeks. But
Yeah, it was great. Another thing on animation, back to the Ventress one, that duel was insane.
dude,
That was so good.
that was probably one of like that rivals like some of the best animation duels we've gotten, like between her and the Inquisitor. Like that was
Right up there,
fun to
yeah.
watch. That was like up there, like almost not Maul Ahsoka level season 7, but
No,
like up
no.
there. It's not up there, but it's good. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it above like Savage and Maul against Palpatine as well. That one definitely sticks out.
That's up there for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, Star Wars Academy says they said 5 more years, and for killing a marshal, there's got to be a long sentence there.
Right,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
assuming he got locked up for because by the time he goes to jail, he's still like young. He's still like, kind of like the younger Cad Bane. By the time we see him again, he's like the Cad Bane we're more used to seeing.
Yeah, I liked how they handled it. It wasn't like what I was expecting for a Cad Bane origin, but I liked it a
no,
lot.
not at all. I did like seeing like him as a kid in a way of like seeing like he was just kind of like I think they call him like a street rat of just like him and his best friend like going like trying to like get all this food out of garbage cans and wanting to do nothing more than go to a candy shop. And also I was thinking when he Laszlo like gives him the credit and he goes to the candy store and spends it. I'm like, that guy definitely did not. He probably robbed the kids a little bit. Like, there's no way all that candy cost that much.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Like the way he took it, I was like, did they just give him like $200? And that's like,
And they're just like, yeah, we'll buy this little bit of candy with it. It costs like $10. It's like, oh man, just rob these poor kids.
yeah,
No, overall, I'd say the Cad Bane one was more interesting as a cohesive story of the 3 episodes together. I liked the idea of like seeing him as a kid and then him kind of taking on the role of this guy who was almost like, it seemed like a mentor or like, I don't want to say like a master obviously, but like I guess like a mentor of bounty hunting in a way.
right.
I do want to see more of like how he became such like a notorious like gunslinger, like where he got the skills of. I mean, I'm assuming Laszlo may have taught him before when he was younger. That's kind of what it seems like the assumption might be right now.
Yeah, for sure. But it feels like this is right when he's about to become like a bounty hunter. Like this was probably the thing that like really set him on that path. But he's not like out in the wider galaxy. Like he's just doing this thing on like Duros. And you know, now it's going to go a little bit further. So yeah, I'd like to see more of that too.
Absolutely. I think Cad Bane could be definitely, I mean, if they bring him back, there's definitely so much story to be told there if we're right on our assumption of him surviving Book of Boba Fett.
For sure. I love your videos. Which Jedi do you think is underrated? I say Ki-Adi-Mundi. That's a hot take. He's not the most popular guy, but
yeah, I've recent, you know, he's a little in some hot water.
a little bit. I don't know, like Plo Koon isn't underrated anymore. I can't say him.
I was gonna say
Like,
you can't say almost any of like those are like
most
I
of them are, yeah,
underrated, but like obviously like not compared to like Anakin or Luke. But
can I say Fisto, or is he like too
I'd say that's
mainstream
fine,
now?
like, I wouldn't say he's mainstream. He only has like a total of like he has like what maybe a couple episodes of Clone Wars.
Yeah, he had like the Grievous one and the Mon Cala.
The Underwater War, yeah, the Mon Cala War, like that was good.
I throw Shakti up there too. Shakti.
Mine's Aayla Secura.
That was what I was thinking too.
I'm a big fan of the Star Wars, the Dark Horse Star Wars Republic comics, and like her stuff in those comics are so fun. Like her and Bly, like I love the whole backstory.
Oh yeah. And in the Battlefront games too. I remember just so many memories of playing as her on Felucia with the two sabers, like the one blue, the one green.
Yep. And especially like the campaign of the game where like the clones talk about how like they respected her so much. That's like why they couldn't like look her in the eye and all that. So I'm like, ooh, Marty Gallia, that's a good choice.
That's a good one.
That's a very underrated. That's a very another one that's underrated. I'd say Depa Balaba, Kanan's master.
Let me get more Pablo Jill. You know.
Jill. So Jinky minus.
Jinky minus. Oh man.
Mr. Potato Pigs, as my friend said, episode 2 is better than episode 3. So today is just full of hot takes. I mean,
let's get some Star Wars hot takes in the chat here. We'll rate some of these.
All right, what's your hot take?
I guess my Boba Fett one then. Like I didn't hate the Book of Boba Fett as much as most people did. You know what? I'll throw another thing out there. Best theme song for any Star Wars show. The Book of Boba Fett.
Especially the final episode when they like start saying the lyrics to it. Yeah. Change it a little bit. The ending of it is great.
But I was like sitting in my college dorm, like going like this, like headbanging to the thing. Like,
you cannot skip that intro, bro. It's so good. Oh, what would be my hottest take? I probably got some crazy hot ones. Like, all right, this one's gonna ruffle some feathers, but I think Episode 9 is the best sequel movie.
Ooh. That's pretty hot.
Like I said, that one's gonna ruffle some feathers in the chat. I know it. I really like Rise of Skywalker. I do.
Damn. I dislike the original trilogy. What?
That my take does nothing compared to that.
That's nuclear. He also said
Windu didn't create his own lightsaber form.
What? He also said episode 5 is his least favorite of the OGs. All right, you need new friends there, Potato Pig, man.
What's your least favorite of the OGs?
Probably Return of the Jedi.
Really? Return of the Jedi is my favorite.
Like, the highs in Return of the Jedi are so good, but A New Hope is just, like, it's so consistent, I feel like. Like, sure, the effects haven't aged, but, like, the way they explain the Force... Obi-Wan's character in that movie, just the hero's journey, it's so good. It's hard for me not to have it like high up because like we'd have nothing else without it.
That's very fair. I watched Rise of Skywalker recovering from my brain injury. It was funny but terrible. Even then, he knows. No, I do. I'm not oblivious to the flaws with the film. Obviously, like there's some blatant ones, but like I think my biggest one that I'll defend like a lot is the line of somehow Palpatine returned. I know so many people hitting that line, but I always go back to the part of like, what else would they say? Because they don't know how he returned. So like, if you're just like, if you don't know something, they're just gonna be like, well, somehow he's back. Like, we don't know. Yeah. Maybe the dialogue can be changed around a little bit of like, maybe just not being such like out of like a one sentence thing. But like, I don't really know how else they would have worded it of like, it'd be almost weird if they're like, oh, he's back because we know he was cloning himself and all this other stuff. And that's when it'd be like, I think that'd be more weird than them just being like, we don't know, but somehow this dude's alive.
And I mean, they did have the line after where the other guy's like, oh, Sith magic, cloning. But I feel like the problem isn't the line. It's the fact that that is the only explanation we got.
That's where I'm like, I'm not oblivious to it of like, yeah, there's probably should have been maybe at least another 10 minutes of delving into like how this actually happened, of them sending some sort of like resistance intelligence to find this out or something. Send some Bothans out to go find something. Like,
yeah. Do you think Grogu will ever take over his own show or get his own show? I could see it. I mean, they got to sell those toys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess another good question to kind of bounce off of that would be, do you think Mando ever gets killed off?
I'm gonna say yes.
Whether it's yes
at the end or it's just, I mean, Pedro is a busy dude these days.
That's what I was literally about to say. I say the only way I can see it happening is because Pedro is taking on which I mean, great for him. You know, he is the star of Hollywood right now, it seems like.
Last of Us, he's got Reed Richards is gonna be huge.
Yep. He's in that Gladiator movie that
that was so good, yeah.
Did that come out already?
Or sorry, Gladiator came out, but he's in another Christopher Nolan one, I think.
Maybe that's what I'm
Gladiator
thinking
2
of.
came
He's
out
in
a couple
another-
months ago, yeah.
Okay, but he's in everything right now, so I could see them of just almost having to in a sense, or they could technically recast him, but that's a dangerous move. That would be way too bold of a move. I feel
Now,
like.
the good part is, like, he doesn't have to be on set for, like, anything.
Mainly a voice actor.
I think season 3, he wasn't even on set,
He
period.
wasn't. No, he was not. I remember them saying that he was not on set. He only did remote voice recordings. for
So
season 3.
maybe that makes it possible, but I do think they're going to take Grogu further. But I feel like it would have to be pretty far in the future. Like, he's got to be able to talk at the very least.
Well, yeah, that's where I can see them going with like the stuff coming out with Starfighter, of like ahead of past the sequel trilogy, of them even including Grogu as more of like a Yoda type character at that point.
Grogu in the Rey movie, maybe? I could see that.
I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, again, like you said, they gotta sell those toys somehow.
Yeah. Hot take: Acolyte is my favorite live action TV series. Like TV series or Star Wars?
I mean, I'd say that's probably a hot take, but honestly, I don't think it's that crazy, because there is, as much as of a controversial series, I guess you could say, as that was, there is some pretty redeeming qualities when it comes, especially to like the choreography.
For sure.
I think I really enjoyed the characters of Soul, like the Jedi. I say the main problem I had with the Acolyte, which I'd say was probably that the main plot point of Osha and May was the part I was the least interested in, but I was really interested in like Soul, Jeki, Yord, like all the Jedi. I was so invested in them.
For
But
sure.
then they obviously all got taken out by the Stranger, which was another great scene. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
pretty
think
much
that's
where
all
I
I
lie
would
to.
say.
Like, I definitely enjoyed like Soul, Jackie, X-23
Yep.
with a lightsaber, you know?
yeah, literally. Like it was really cool. Like I loved all those characters, but like I said, the main plot of the show that they focused on was the part I cared the least about.
Right. And then I feel like all the setup for season 2 would have continued that. Like you said, all the Jedi are dead. Like you could maybe put
Yep.
Vernestra as like a bigger character, but yeah.
Yeah, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't make her like as prominent as she is in the High Republic novels. Like she kind of took a back seat, which was kind of, we only got one real cool scene with her light whip, which is kind of upsetting.
Hot take. The best Jedi pilot isn't Anakin.
I'm gonna be real. I don't know if that's a crazy hot take. I mean, I know like everyone always says like I feel like the only reason people say that is because A New Hope set that up, of like he was a great star pilot. Like they kind of have to follow that rule of like making him a great pilot.
I know that's like Sacy Tin's thing as well, is he's like got super good precognition and like is a good pilot.
Yep.
But hot take: Palpatine sucks. Oh,
Hot take indeed.
that's super hot. Palpatine is underrated, if anything, in my opinion.
I'd say he's probably like I've been asked a bunch of times like who my favorite Sith Lord is. I always say Sidious. I think Palpatine's
So good.
When you think of the ultimate in anything, in any franchise, you think of the ultimate bad guy. It doesn't get any more evil than playing two sides of a war and manipulating someone to, you know, turning to the dark side from a child. So like,
And he has zero redeeming qualities.
There's not a single good ounce of that man's body. There's nothing
So
that can
good.
redeem him. Oh man.
Disney Vader or OT Vader? It's hard to beat the original, but like, if Disney's handled,
Disney.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Disney's handled one character super well, it's been Vader. Like even, everything they've done for him.
Saw, Tony Gilroy, who writes Andor, they asked him of like why he didn't include Vader, or if Vader was going to be included in Andor season 2, and he said that like Vader is like such like a hard character to write that he didn't want to like take that on, because there's so many things you have to get right with that character that like he didn't even want to like touch it, that he's going to leave it for someone else, which I honestly respect, because that is a character you don't want to mess with.
I feel like we still might see him.
Oh, we'll see him in Vader, you think? Or in Andor, you think?
We could. I don't think it's like out of the realm of possibility. I'm not counting on it at all.
I would say it's more likely we see Palpatine.
Really?
I'd say it's because I mean they've name dropped Emperor Palpatine like a few times already this season.
That's true.
Like,
I feel like we get to probably just transition this into a bit of Andor, but
yeah, so we
with what's coming
everyone
up,
knows. I'd say, let's give an overall rating for Tales of the Underworld before we close.
Yeah, overall, that's a good call. Good call.
What do we say? Out of 10.
I'm pretty high on it, honestly. Like, I think
I am too.
The only thing I would have liked maybe is to end the Ventress one with her and Quinlan getting reunited, or getting a little bit of a more solid end to that. But I get
would just like to see anywhere Quinlan.
Yeah, like the whole catch with her coming back was she wasn't allowed to pursue that. So I don't know exactly, like maybe a little bit more reasoning behind that, or a little bit more resolution there. And that one would pretty much be perfect, but there's not much. I don't think I'd change anything about the CAD one. Yeah,
that was great.
It was great. It was
really good. I will say
good.
about the Ventress one real quick. I really did think when I think it was in I can't remember if it was the second or third one. They go up to the house with the separatist guy there.
That was cool.
I really thought that was gonna be Quinlan that was gonna be in the house for a second.
Really?
I thought he was gonna open the door and she was gonna be like, oh, I have to like leave, and she's gonna be freaking out and try to like get out of that situation. But like, I thought Quinlan was gonna be. I thought because they were looking for the path and everything, and then they found that place. I was like, maybe Quinlan's in here, but then it's just an old man and his daughter.
Yeah. I do feel like also that third episode in the Ventress one was probably my least favorite of the 6 that we got today.
I agree with that. I
think it was probably the weakest. It was kind of a bit of a cliche story that we've kind of seen before. Not saying it was bad, but I was hoping for a little bit more.
Fairy tale, like happy ending, like literally ride off into the sunset.
Exactly.
Like, quite literally. Like, no, I agree with that. I'd say overall for me, I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10.
That's around where I'm at. I was going to say like 8 out of 10.
I was like, because overall, for what we got, I think it was solid. I think I agree with you. The third Ventress one was probably the weakest, but even then, it wasn't bad. It was still like it tied up the story nicely. It was just a little cliche, like you said.
Yeah, it was really good. Like I'm not like freaking out like, holy crap, this is peak Star Wars, the best animated show we've got, but it was really good. I mean, I'm happy with it.
I did freak out a little bit at the start of the first episode with Ventress. I was like, wow, we were getting like straight Dark Disciple.
That was sick.
Like, that was like, I think that alone like bumped it up to at least a 7, regardless of how the other episodes went. Like,
I'll ask you then, how would you rank the 3 Tales series? 1 to 3, or 3 to 1, whichever you prefer.
Tales of the Jedi #1 for sure. I think it's the best.
I think I agree with that. Yeah, it was just so good.
Then Underworld, then Empire.
I think that's where I'm at too.
Because Empire was good, but I feel like they focused on the wrong characters. Like, I really think Elsbeth is a cool character, but like, not I don't know, because we got the cool, like, the Elsbeth episodes were really good just because like the whole like getting to see like more of the Night Sister stuff. I'm really into like that whole stuff. I love the Night Sister like lore behind it and all of the Dathomir stuff. I can't get enough of it. So like I love that, but we didn't get a ton of that. We got it in the first episode with her, with like how Grievous attacked Dathomir, and that scene was incredible with Grievous attacking that was all the Night Sister. That was beautiful. Other than that though, the Empire was like kind of boring, and I'm not sure if I like too much of Barris's story of how she
I actually like the Elsbeth story better, and I feel like it was kind of important for Ahsoka season 2 just to give her that, or sorry, Ahsoka season 1 just to give her that backstory. I guess it could have been like accomplished through like flashbacks or something, but pacing wise, I don't know how that would have worked.
It would be weird if they kind of put it in Ahsoka, so I agree, they definitely needed that, but
the Barriss one like, I didn't love at the time.
Like I said, I was into it because I do like the fourth sister. I think she's a really cool character. Like I don't know why, she's probably like I said, she's probably my favorite Inquisitor. And I think that character kind of carried those episodes, which was kind of
not a hot take.
Barriss is supposed to be the focus, but I was way more like into like the fourth sister of like all of her stuff going on. But yeah, the Barriss ones wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think I agree with that ranking. This one like right in the middle between the two there.
What else would there? What was your ranking on Tales of the Underworld? Did you give it out of 10?
I think I land like just straight up 8 out of 10. Maybe like 7.5, 8, somewhere in that range. I feel like it would have to really blow me away to go higher than that.
Yeah, I'd say all the Tales series kind of sit around that. I'd say like Tales of the Jedi was like probably an 8 almost.
I'd have it higher.
Still.
I think I'd have it at like a 9, to be honest. Like,
I was gonna
especially
say, I
the
almost would
Dooku
go
stuff.
9. The Dooku stuff was fantastic. All of that stuff was, yeah. I'd say okay. So yeah, so Tales of the Jedi a 9, Underworld 8 or 8.5.
That's about where I'm at. Yeah.
Maybe a 6.5.
Yeah, strong 6.5. That's about where I would lay as well.
6.5.
Yeah.
Star Wars Academy says, if you guys have one book or Star Wars literature you've read that's your favorite, what is it? Mine's off the top of my head, very simple. The Darth Plagueis novel. I think it's the best Star Wars book there is.
I'm more of a comic guy than I am novel. I've been meaning to. It's on my to-do list this year. I'm going to read the Revenge of the Sith novelization because I've never actually read it. I feel like it's terrible.
I have it on both hardcover and softcover. That's probably up there for me too. It's incredible. Because
they're releasing like the re-release of it or whatever. So I'll go the comic route and I'll say Son of Dathomir. The Darth Maul comic is so good. I love that one. Or the Vader issue. I've got most of the post Revenge of the Sith Vader like run that Marvel did. So good.
I'll say comic wise, like I said earlier, the Star Wars Republic line from Dark Horse I think is the best Star Wars comic line they've ever done. The art style alone is so good. I just could look at it all day. Any of those issues, honestly. I think it's 71 or 61, one of the two, where it's Anakin and Ventress. On topic of Ventress, it kind of shows how Anakin gets his scar on his face, and they like have this cool, such a good comic. So cool. For sure.
And I love the Marvel Unlimited app because you get like everything in there. So I use the hell out of that for videos all the time.
Yeah, that's such a good feature for them.
But yeah, I've got to read the Revenge of the Sith novel this year for sure when that comes out.
Yeah, someone in chat says Matt Stover's novelization makes Anakin sympathetic, and that's definitely. I think that's a good way to describe the novelization. It's not like It's not just like a rewrite of the script, but there's so much little detail that adds in to like. They tell like what the characters are thinking in that moment and like how they're feeling, and it's just like it makes Anakin's fall to the dark side way sadder, honestly. Like
the Dooku parts too. Like I haven't read it, but I know a lot of what's in there just from videos and reading about it. But the way that like Palpatine's like, you just throw the fight and I'm gonna help you, or you surrender and it'll be okay.
It's like you surrender and then like, oh, you'll live, and then he's like, just kill him. He's like, whoa, man, what the heck, bro? Oh man.
Which Jedi do you think deserves a TV series? Last question, then we'll get into Andor. Which Jedi? I mean, Quinlan Vos would be a great one.
Yeah, at this point, Quinlan and Ventress show. I saw the voice actress for Ventress even said that she wants to do a Ventress series.
Hear me out. Tales of the Path.
Don't say that. That's too good. I even just said earlier, I want more Path stuff, and like you could get Ventress, Quinlan, Obi-Wan. Like there was other Jedi that were. I'm trying to think back to Kenobi when he's reading off names on the wall of like all the Jedi.
Rom Coda. Imagine. Oh man. I was almost wondering, like, when they were walking into that cave in the last Ventress episode, I was like, are they on Jedha right now? Like, are they about to walk in and, like, Seer's gonna be just chilling there? Or, like, Eno Cordova?
Oh, my gosh, dude.
But it ended up just being the ship.
Dude, I didn't even think that. Yeah, I forgot that they put Rom Coda's name on that wall.
Yeah, it's on there. There's a few other ones, too. I forget, but, like, a bunch of EU characters.
Like, it's just, that makes me, like, almost angry because, like, they're acknowledging that these characters exist, but just, like, let me see them, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
yeah, Andor.
Right.
Well, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. All right. A lot more to talk about here with Andor.
It's so good.
So much to talk about. I mean, even just in general of all the episodes so far, it is, I don't know if I'd say it's better than season 1.
I think the next arc is what's going to set it over the top for us.
I do too. I agree.
So I don't know if you've seen some of the talk about it, but like the early reviewers are saying like this next arc that we're getting on Wednesday was like the arc that really blew people away. And like timeline wise,
episodes next week?
It's 3 again.
Is it at 3? It's 3?
It's always 3, yeah. No, there's another arc after that. So we have 2 more sets left to go.
There's
12 episodes, yeah. Yeah, so we've had 6 so far.
8. Okay, that makes way more. I'm like, dude, we got like a couple episodes to go. I'm like, how are they gonna close this out into Rogue One? Okay, that makes way more sense for me now. I was
Yeah, so I think this is gonna be Gorman, and then after that we're gonna get into like Rogue
it
One.
has to be because, I mean, this whole arc was about them talking about Tarkin on Gorman and all this stuff going on. So
See, that was interesting too, how they're making it two different Gorman massacres. Like you have the Tarkin one from Legends, and then you've got the one that we're about to get.
I was a little upset at first because they started mentioning it. I'm like, oh, it happened off screen. Because I remember in the trailer they kind of show like what I'm assuming is scenes from what is going to be the Gorman Massacre 2.0.
Yeah, but I mean, whenever we were like, it was confirmed we were getting Gorman, I was like, okay, they're probably going to retcon. We're not going to see Tarkin land his ship on people.
We're not going to see him crush people with a TIE fighter.
I'm glad that it wasn't even a TIE fighter. I think it was like a huge shuttle or something like that, because it killed hundreds of people in the EU.
Was it? I thought it was like one of like the same type of TIE fighter that Moff Gideon was flying. I thought it was.
I think it was bigger, because I'm pretty sure in Legends it was like a couple hundred people that got killed. Like it was bad. So like I feel I'd rather them keep that as a separate event that we're not seeing rather than just retconning it entirely. So I'll take it for sure. But things are lining up like where it's Gorman. We're entering the year, I believe, where Mon Mothma's speech takes place in Rebels. So we kind of have to hit on that. But episode 6 was my favorite of the season so far. It was so good. The tension and the payoff, I think we got at the same time.
I agree with that, I'd say. Yeah, and I looked it up. It is a Tarkin's warship was landed on peaceful protesters. Damn. That is crazy. Yeah, I'm just glad they're even mentioning like stuff from like technically Legends and like just outside and like of not just show stuff like like novels, comics. Like the fact that they're like referencing the Gorman massacre is like, you could have told me that 5 years ago. I'd been like, yeah, dude, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so good. Oh man, I can't wait for this arc that's coming up. But what we got this week, I really did like.
It was good. I think the first 3 episodes this season, I may like a little more. Just, I don't know. I first off, the intro to of how it just starts with like them, like with that TIE Avenger, like how it's going on. I love that intro. That was like the noise of like the lights turning on. I've listened to it so many times. It's so sick. Also, Brasso getting taken out early.
I think we're gonna lose a lot of people in the next couple episodes.
We're about to lose probably all of Cassian's crew.
I mean, what do you think, Gorman? Who's dying on Gorman? Let's throw our predictions out here. There's gonna be a few. I think it's gonna be more than one.
Do you think Bix does?
I think Bix might be one of the last to go. I don't think she's going to go on Gorman.
Because that's going to be the tipping point for Cassian.
I wonder if Luthen's going to kill her. And maybe he sees her as like a bit of a liability right now. Like you could see that kind of going through his head in the last one. Yeah. Like imagine. And probably doesn't tell Cassian. Oh, Luthen's dying for sure. I am super confident in that one.
On Gorman?
No, I think he's got like a few episodes left.
Do you think Cassian takes him out?
That would be cool.
Because if your theory is right, if he takes out Bix, Cassian's gonna lose his mind.
I don't know if Cassian will know though.
But if he and then
another thing I like to, or one thing Gilroy was talking about beforehand is not only does Mothma kind of have her big coming out public, but apparently Luthen has some moment like that as well. So I wonder how that's going to go. But another thing, I remember in the trailer, there's the shot of Cassian like building his rifle from Rogue One, like the sniper, on Gorman. I think he's going to take the first shot that's going to set this whole thing off. And there's the one line he has in Rogue One, I'm paraphrasing, where he said like he's done some pretty bad things for the rebellion. I wonder if that's kind of what it's referencing.
Massacre.
Yeah, he's going to fire the first shot.
What's the one character's name? I can always forget his name. The one who threw like the grenade on Ferrix that we have.
Wilmon? Is that it?
Wilmon. Yep. It's gonna kind of mirror that of where like it's that one little action that sparks in a complete outbreak of chaos.
Oh, that new Saw Gerrera lore we got too.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Gask, the Rhydonium or whatever.
The mask of finally understanding why he has a respirator all the time.
We're like, oh, it's just oxygen, you know?
That's what I thought it was too. I was like, yeah, this dude he's clearly been through some stuff. Dude just needs some air. Like,
yeah. And I feel like something's gonna happen to him too. Because he's got that robotic leg in Rogue One. And he's clearly been through some stuff, so.
Does he pull up to Gorman?
Maybe.
Because
I think the partisans have to do something that's going to cause the rebellion to be like, whoa, okay.
Well, I'm trying to think if they're the spark of the Gorman mass. Like, because
they could be.
Obviously, your theory is definitely smart. Like him building the rifle, him taking like the first shot, and then Cassian's line would make sense. But also, we know Saw Gerrera is we've seen him through Clone Wars, and he's always the first to make a move and causes chaos everywhere he goes.
That's a good call too. I could see that for sure.
Because
I wonder if Cyril is another that we see go on Gorman.
That would be sad, honestly.
It would be.
That would almost be more sad than any of our like main crew of like around Cassian. Because
I love him and Dedra together. Like it's so funny.
Awkwardly great. It's like, dude, in episode 3 with like Cyril's mom pulling up to the apartment,
the shot of him just on the bed. So good.
The secondhand embarrassment that you can get from him is so good, but it's just so awkward. Oh, but it's so funny. CT9325 says, "Who introduced you to Star Wars?" For me, it was my dad.
I think likewise. Pretty sure it was my dad. It was both of my parents for sure. My mom. Yeah, it might have been my mom.
Exactly. Mine was my mom when I was 4, and she called me upstairs because Empire Strikes Back was playing on the TV, and my mom's a big Star Wars fan, and she was like, "I bet he'd like this." And I watched Empire, and the only thing I can really remember is like I just loved Snowtroopers. Like that's all I asked for Christmas that year was Snowtroopers.
That's sick. I don't have like a vivid memory of that. It's just Star Wars has always been there.
Yeah, that's kind of like I just remember that moment, but it's like since then it's just been.
I know we have a home video from like Christmas one year, and my dad was opening up like the special editions for the prequels when they came out with like the 3-disc set, and he looks at me and he's like, "We're gonna watch this together."
Oh, that is awesome.
I have to throw that in a video sometime. That'd be pretty sick if I could get it on like an MP4.
I have some really fun. I wonder if I can pull them up on stream here. I got some really funny pictures of me being. It was at my 10th birthday party, and the 501st Legion was actually there. If you got like the costume.
Oh no way!
Club. And I'm being held hostage by a scout trooper. Yeah. See if it'll focus on this. Yeah, if you can.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
That is like my favorite picture ever of me being held hostage by a scout trooper.
That's so good.
I'm just sitting there smiling because I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I predict Cyril will be collateral damage to Dedra's action.
That would be crazy. Does Dedra actually care about him? I kind of question that. I don't know.
About that. Because like I'm kind of like on team. Like originally when this series in Andor season 1, I was like, dude, I don't like Cyril. I just didn't like him. But like he's grown on me so much, especially in these first 6 episodes this season. I'm like, okay, I kind of get him now.
For sure.
Like, and man, if Dedra's like just playing him, like
I could see it.
I could see it too, and I'm not happy about it because that's we gotta protect Cyril, man. He's just trying to do the right thing.
Do we have an ending for Mon Mothma's daughter? Would she be a civilian casualty? I could totally see that 100%.
That would absolutely, because that would push Mon Mothma. Like that would be like I'm waiting to see like I feel like every character is gonna have like at least main character is gonna have like that breaking point that like pushes them to full like potential like rebellion stuff. Like I feel like Cassian's will be Bix dying. Mon Mothma's could easily be her daughter being a casualty in this like.
They're not on Gorman though, so I don't know if it'll be that.
True.
But the other way I wonder is if the Empire just kills her to punish Mon. It's like after she does her like big speech, but at the same time, like her daughter's or Lita is so much more like her father than Mon, so I don't know how big of a deal it'll be.
Like even like I really thought like she was gonna like play like a part for like be kind of on Mon Mothma's side, like especially like right before her wedding in episode 3, I think it was. Like she was like, "Hey, we don't have to do this. You don't have to like have this wedding." And she's like, "Are you out of your mind?" And I'm
like, "I wish you were drunk," I think is what she said.
Yeah, like, like that's it. Yeah, she's like, "I wish you were drunk." I was like, "Dude, you suck." Like, listen to Mon Mothma, man. Don't be mean to her.
Luke says husband, maybe. I don't think so. Like, I don't think Mon cares enough about him. Like, no, she looked damn near ready to run off with Tay Kolma, but I mean, he's dead now, right? Like, he's for sure dead.
He's got to be.
Yeah, Cinta definitely killed him.
Yeah.
Oh, her death, man.
That was unexpected.
For sure.
It's like.
And I loved like yeah.
I don't know, because I liked their relationship like in season 1 of her and what's her name?
Vel.
I was going to say Fern for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, her and Vel. Yeah,
I liked their relationship too, but I loved the monologue that it led to. Like Vel got her moment to like really go.
Every character has like their monologue moment. It's like my favorite one is still by far Luthen's in season 1. Like, I think that's an all-timer for Star Wars in general. That'll go down in the history books. Like that'll not be beat probably.
But you've got like 4 that have a legitimate argument for that in season 1 alone. Like you've got Nemik's Manifesto.
Yeah. Like that's I think the saddest death of the show.
Oh man, yeah. Especially just the way he went out. He got crushed by a thing of money.
It's not like it's like, oh, the Empire caught. It's like, no, he literally was just like, it's just like a thing that could happen like to anyone any day. It's just a crazy mishap, and that's what's just like it's like that's what grounds the show, where it's not like an Inquisitor shows up and with a lightsaber and cuts him down. It's like, no, he just kind of fell and got unlucky.
Or even Cinta was like a misfire. Like she wasn't the target that the guy was trying to shoot.
Literally. Yep. So, oh my gosh.
It makes it feel so more relatable. Yeah. Like,
that's like sometimes like I almost have to remind myself I'm watching a Star Wars show. Like,
yeah, it's so grounded.
Like in a good way, because I know some people don't like that, where there's not like always something to remind you that like we're in the same galaxy where Luke Skywalker is fighting Darth Vader. Like it's the same world, but it's like it's that street level view of stuff. Of these people don't have crazy force powers; they're just like normal people.
Yeah, I don't get how people don't like it. It's so good. And like the dialogue, the writing, like I don't know if I've ever seen a show that's that good. Like the one that I think of is like early Game of Thrones, but I mean that fell off a cliff at the end of it. So
I think Game of Thrones is a good comparison, because I remember, I haven't really watched too much Game of Thrones, but I do vividly remember every time a new episode of that show came out, the entire world was talking about it.
Yeah.
Like on Twitter, on everything. It was all you heard about for that whole week was that episode of Game of Thrones. And like I feel like Andor is almost the same way for Star Wars, where it's like there's always talk about it. I don't think it's on the same level as Game of Thrones, because that was like a world-renowned show. Like that's gonna be like another hard one to beat, but it's almost that same level as like Mando season 1, like when that first came out. Like people were like really I remember Disney Plus dropping out of like nowhere, and I'm like, I have to get an account, I have to get a subscription so I can watch the show. But I don't get how people. I guess I can understand maybe why some people are like. I don't agree with it, but I can understand it, of like people being like, this doesn't feel like Star Wars. There's no Jedi. I get that, I suppose, but once you really, if you're more into like the deep cut lore stuff, this is definitely the show for you.
And it's world building too. I like the ground level stuff a little bit more. Not everything has to be like galaxy threatening. Like
it's just like it's local police forces like fight. Like even like I like how even in like they show that perfectly in season 1 when that TIE fighter flies over. It's one TIE fighter, but they make it seem like a Star Destroyer just flew over.
Yeah.
Like that, it's such a good representation that like these guys don't have crazy powers to take down a TIE fighter. It's just that thing could literally blow them up in a second. Like,
yeah, some of my favorite Star Wars period. Like I love season 1.
I've enjoyed it. I'm now that you've said that, 'cause I was under the assumption that this was an only 8 episode season,
No.
just because that's all. Because like I'm so used to it now, because it feels like every series we get is 8 episodes, which I'm a little tired of. I'm kind of wishing we'd just break free from that. I don't know why that became the normal for every even like I'm pretty sure even Marvel shows do 8 episodes for the most part. Like I kind of wish they'd break free of that, and Andor's at least doing that now. You said 12, so getting a little bit higher.
For sure. Was the Acolyte not longer, or was it 8?
I believe it was 8.
Was it? It's been a while.
I believe so.
Have you ever played Vader Immortal? I have not, but I've seen like a playthrough.
I tried to play it, but I get really bad motion sickness in VR. So
Yeah, I don't have a headset. I have a friend that does, and it messes with me a lot. But I've seen like clips of it, I think.
I'll say that. I mean, it's really. I think it's the one scene of like where in Vader Immortal where he's trying to like talk to Padme or something in Vader's castle, and you're like kind of hiding watching it. Like that's a really cool scene.
Yeah.
From that game.
Yeah, and I like how it added so much lore to Mustafar about like how it became such like a hellscape of a planet. But
let's see. People, Star Wars Academy says people consider the show to be slow and it's missing Star Wars reminders like lightsabers, lots of stormtroopers, but it's such a grounded series that has so many life parallels. That's another thing. Like there's a lot of like real world problems that are tied into this series, which I know some people don't like, but like people seem to forget that the original Star Wars was literally made under that assumption of the Vietnam War at the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Academy actually mentioned earlier that a lot of it's taken from like the French Rebellion. Yep. Which is they're even doing like a French accent in a way.
Yeah, like literally Gorman is like almost literally like I know they said they made up their own language, but like you listen to it, it's like that just sounds.
There's
like
bits of French in there. Yeah, it's the same as the Twi'leks, I guess.
Yeah, true.
So are the Twi'leks actually from Gorman, or is like Gorman? Are they close by in the galaxy?
Could be.
These are like the deep lore things I want to know. Like, are like
how
accents like
to Gorman?
Part of like regions in the galaxy or something like that? Like, where's Gorman on the map?
I used to always think the accents were like species based almost. For, like,
yeah.
A lot of the aliens. That's what I always like assumed growing up, and like I don't even know how they work to this day. Like it's like some characters are just normal like American accents or whatever, and then like the Duros even kind of have like normal accents, but then like Cad Bane has like more of like that twang like cowboy type speech to him.
I see a Middle East conflict when I watch the show. I see a big opposing power who is feared by many for screwing up their lives and invades their homeland. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much exactly what they're trying to get at. It seems like.
Yeah, the Empire is really bad.
That's like I'm so glad this show is showing that, because like I feel like obviously like including myself, we become big fans of the Empire. They got the cool armor, they got Darth Vader, they got red lightsabers and cool stormtrooper armor. But like we got to remember that these are terrible people. Like these are the bad guys in the galaxy. Like they are not. They can have cool armor, but they're still bad. Like,
yeah. And I mean, you mentioned it with like the TIE fighter, but when a stormtrooper comes around, you get a little bit more scared now because they're a threat. Yep. These aren't just cannon fodder for Luke Skywalker to knock down.
Yep. Like even with the Battle of Ferrix at the end of season 1, like they didn't even bring in stormtroopers till like the last episode. They used like the I think it's not the ISB, they're like those Imperial.
I think they're just called like Army Troopers or something like that.
Army Troopers, was that it? I believe you're actually right on that.
I think that's what the Black Series figure was.
I was really about to say, I'm trying to remember what the Black Series figure is called. Army, let's see, Army Trooper maybe? Yeah, Imperial Army Trooper. Yep. So it's those guys, and like they're cool because I think those are also what eventually are Mud Troopers as well that we see in Solo.
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah, I assume they're around like a similar level to that, but you probably wouldn't need like Mud Trooper armor if you're just on Ferrix.
Yeah, but even after that, like they're the main ones there, and then they bring in stormtroopers, and you're like, whoa, we haven't seen these guys in a while. So
yeah. Do you think Solo is bad? No, I talked about this in my my movie ranking stream. I think it's like probably the most underrated Star Wars movie.
It's even funny. I made a video about Patrol Troopers today, actually, and I had to go back and get to watch Solo to get a couple clips, and I was like, I just found myself sitting there watching it for like half an hour because I was like, I haven't watched it in a while, but because I remember seeing it in theaters, but I was like, this is good. Like And I don't mind what's his name? Alden. I think his name's Alden Elbright, something like that.
Alden
The actor who
Ehrenreich, yeah.
plays Han Solo. Aaron Reich, that's it. Yeah, I think he's a good Han Solo, and I think Donald Glover
Oh, he was incredible.
needs to. I really, 'cause I know they announced years ago at that Disney meeting, like the Lando series, which I guess is now being written into some sort of movie, but it's not. Like, I don't know what's up with that, but
I think
that needs to come out.
I feel like it was like a year ago when Glover and his brother are now writing it. Someone else was doing
Yes.
nothing with it, and now they've taken over.
Yep, I
So,
did hear that, and I
maybe.
hope that happens, because I do think, as much as like maybe that's another hot. We were talking about hot takes earlier. I think almost maybe that Donald Glover could be a better Lando than Billy D. Williams.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm with you on that, man.
He nails the role. He put a lot of he made sure to pay respect to how that character was, and he nailed it. And he looks the part, he acts the part. It's perfect.
For sure. It felt like he wasn't. He just got it. Like, got the character. He wasn't trying to be Billy D. Williams, just like Aaron Reich wasn't trying to like be Harrison Ford. They really got the character down. I also love Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson's one of my favorite actors. I thought he was great.
He's just so like he's doesn't even need to try to be funny, but he's hilarious in everything he does. Like, his character in Solo was awesome, and then even what was the
Kira?
was it like his not Kira, but like Woody Harrelson's character, like his love interest, like the one girl.
Oh yeah, she like died at the start of the movie.
Yeah, like with the whole train sequence and everything going on like that. Like, that was like we knew that character for a little bit, but like I cared about all those characters. And even I'm surprised I remember his name, but Rio Durant, the little blue dude, I forget what species he is.
The one with four
like
arms?
Yeah, the little blue monkey
yeah,
guy.
like, and Favreau played him too.
Yeah, like I loved him. Like, that
Yeah.
was, I forgot Favreau played him.
Yeah.
I actually forgot all about that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I loved all the characters in Solo. And Enfys, why haven't we got any more Enfys Nest stuff?
Yeah.
Like, those, the costumes alone are beautiful. So.
For sure. And then I feel like with Kira, like, it led to so much in the comics, like the amount of depth that she has. I would love to see her in Shadow Lord. But I feel like Shadow Lord's obviously going to be a lot earlier on the timeline, but if we go multiple seasons, just maybe getting more Crimson Dawn.
Yeah, more Crimson Dawn stuff is fine. I think we're both gonna get a little flame maybe, but I know we haven't played Outlaws. And I know there is some, stuff like that for that, but in the game. But I don't know how much they delve into it, of lore at least wise, with Kira.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
In the game.
I really haven't touched Outlaws.
From what I've seen, it looks cool. I know it's on sale right now. I may have to pick it up.
It is, yeah. There's a lot of stuff. Speaking of May 4 sales, anybody
I
buy
was about to say,
anything cool
speaking of
today?
sales, look at this cool
Oh yeah, we
lightsaber,
gotta plug her again. You see the logo up there, guys. Sabercouncil.com. Link in the description. Buy one, get a free mystery saber, or 20% off. You get to pick. So who knows? And I've been told the better the saber you buy, the better one you get.
Oh, there we go.
So, if you decide to grab a replica like this one, you might get another one.
They're pretty nice, man. They're beautiful.
They are. But on May 4th sales, yeah. Anybody buy anything cool today? I can start. On Steam, I went and I got the Force Unleashed 1, Force Unleashed 2, and Republic Commando, all for like $20, less than that combined. I had them all on console, but not console, console. Saber console. But I had them all on Xbox, but just getting them on Steam. So, possible stream games.
That's actually a good call. I'm actually buying Republic Commando right now on Steam.
There we go.
I meant to do that yesterday, but yeah, that's my pickup for the day, getting Republic Commando. Try that back out on PC.
And then I had another weird Star Wars purchase today. I bought some soap from Dr. Squatch.
I saw that actually at the store that they're making that. I saw
they
that
do it. It's like there's an Obi-Wan, a Yoda, a Maul, and a Vader. It's like a 4-pack. But someone bought me I got they had like an X-Men one around Christmas and a Harry Potter one that someone gave me. And they smelled great. So I was like, yeah, why not? I'll try the Star Wars one.
Gotta get the Star Wars one.
I bought soap and games.
Oh, that's so funny. Asa Jackson got the U-Wing Lego set, like the new one from Andor, I'm pretty sure. That's a good one. The minifigs in that are really cool. You get, I know you get the Dedra minifig, which looks really cool.
Yeah.
And the new K2, which I think that's the second set he's ever came in.
Yeah, right. I got Jedi Survivor. Very nice.
There we go. Always good. Like we were just saying, no, we gotta play through that again. That game's phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on sale too on Steam. But Again, I was a console player pretty heavily until a couple of years ago. Like I played Fallen Order on console because I only had a console at the time, and then I had a PC when Survivor came out, and I was like, I don't want to relearn all the controls.
Yeah, no, trust me, you made the smart decision because, like I said, the PC release of that game was rough.
I did hear that, yeah. Honestly. Actively repurchasing Knights of the Old Republic. I did see both of those games are on sale too. Yeah, I might swing back and grab them.
I may need to get back on Old Republic soon. That game is so fun. It's just like one of those games you can just like. It does immerse you really like in the universe really well.
It's crazy. I think like every Star Wars game on Steam is on sale right now. Like Outlaws, Battlefront, Squadrons, the old ones.
Oh, let's see. Didn't get the gift with purchase for the clone thing. Yeah, I did see that. They have like the clone cadet gift with purchase.
Yeah, that was cool. Now. I haven't bought a set in a while. I can't
see them. They're right outside. I got the UCS couple ships up there.
Oh, nice. I don't have any UCS. My last one was the TIE Bomber. I got it for Christmas.
I have that one too. That's a good one.
But my biggest ones, I've got Moff Gideon's destroyer thing, light cruiser, and then the ATTE and the gunship. But
I need to get that ATTE.
I'm not like a huge Lego buyer most of the time.
I used to be. Yeah. I used to be pretty big into it, but I'm trying to mainly stick with Hot Toys at this point because
it's getting tempting.
All of it together is too expensive. It's too expensive at this point with getting everything.
Thanks for coming by, Michael.
Oh yeah, have a great night, Michael. I'll see you later, man. Let's see. What else we got in the chat here? Thoughts on the $200 Star Wars pack on Steam? Honestly, it's still $200, but it's a pretty crazy deal, honestly. Like,
I did see that one too. Like
how many games do you get?
It's a huge amount.
38 games.
I think it might be a little less on mine just because I have a couple of them.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I own some. Maybe that was because I already own. Let's see.
I'm checking now.
Games. No, total, even with own, there's 36 on sale, and I think that's part of that bundle.
Accidentally just played the music on stream. Not trying to get copyrighted. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, please. Please, YouTube, don't listen to this.
Okay, let's see here. I see 27 on mine, 50% off.
So maybe still, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it must be because I have a couple already. 121 Canadian.
Let's see. What's everyone's favorite Star Wars game of all time?
Yeah, let's get that in there. I mean, mine's easy. Battlefront 2, 2005. The amount of hours I put on that one on the PS2 and Xbox 360. I played it at home. I played it at daycare when I was a kid. Like, I'd still play it.
I vividly remember there was a local grocery store here that has like a child like play area where you can like put your kids there while you go grocery shopping. And I remember they had a PlayStation 2 with Battlefront 2 on it. And I remember I would just purposely go with my mom to go grocery shopping so I could go play Battlefront 2.
Oh my god, I love that.
like I was so funny. But yeah, the PS2 Battlefront 2, I mean, going over to my friends' houses and us playing heroes versus villains on Mos Eisley, I mean, some of the best memories I'll ever have.
So good. Lego Star Wars 3, that's a good one too. I loved
that's like the underrated one.
I loved like the multiplayer mode where you had like each your own side and you got to like build up your defenses and come and fight each other.
Yep.
I used to play it all the time with my sister.
That's an underrated just game in general. This Lego Star Wars: The Clone Wars. That's such a good one.
Would have been great if they did it later too and like added a bunch of the other arcs because I feel like it was done super early into Clone Wars, like maybe after 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think they had like Phase 2 clones in that at all.
No, they didn't. It's all the Phase 1 stuff. It's pretty much up until like I think Season 2 of the Clone Wars. I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But did you play the Skywalker Saga, the last Lego Star Wars game?
I did. I haven't finished it yet. I'm actually starting to get back into it because it's really good on Steam Deck, and like I got a Steam Deck around Christmas, so that's been one that I've been playing a little bit. But it was good. It didn't blow me away by any means.
It really. I know every game doesn't need to be multiplayer. Single player games are great, but that game needed online co-op.
Yeah, that would have been different.
I remember me and all my friends were so hyped to play it, and then we were all like, we can't even play together. So
yeah,
that was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, but I do like the open world aspect of it. I also find it like really easy. Like it doesn't challenge me a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't. And also, I feel like a lot of like the important scenes are like cut scenes, and you don't play them sometimes. Like
Yeah.
it's like some of the bigger scenes, like in the movies, like it's just a quick cut scene. It's like, I would have rather played that. It's like even in like the complete saga, the original one, like there you play through like certain battles, and like that ones you don't in the
Yeah.
Skywalker saga.
Yeah, it didn't top Complete Saga. Like I'd go back and play Complete Saga more than I would this one. Like even though
Not to
it's
advertise, but
newer.
Saga's got to be my favorite Star Wars mod. Have you seen that stuff? The Star
I
Wars sagas?
have. Yeah.
That I haven't played it yet because I played Galactic Contention, which was a mod for Squad, which was
I've
very
got that
similar.
installed. I haven't actually launched it yet.
I've played that a couple times. It crashed pretty much every time I played it. But like,
Oh, wow.
I've been watching a bunch of Sagas stuff, and I'm probably about to get it. I might pick that up on. I don't know if that game's on. It's up for
Yeah.
Insurgency, I believe. But yeah, that game looks incredible. Those mods are looking beautiful. Let's see. Do you have any pets? I do. I got a little Shih Tzu dog that's actually named Wicket.
That's awesome. I've got 2 cats here, and then like my parents have dogs at their place, but yeah. I've got 2 cats, and one is actually named Vader, believe it or not.
I mean, yeah, that's so. One of my best friends actually has a cat named Vader. That's hilarious.
And I remember my cousin, we got that cat, like that was my childhood cat. And right at the same time, my cousin got another cat and named it Yoda. So we had like Yoda and Vader.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Oh. What's your favorite form of lightsaber combat? Can't beat Form 2 for me. Dooku is the GOAT. I'm in agreement.
That's a tough one there, yeah. Form 2.
It's pretty hard to beat that one. I mean, it's almost impossible to beat that one, honestly. There's a couple other cool ones, but...
I'd say maybe Vapod. Vapod's pretty sick. Like the lore with Windu.
Windu's, yep, that one's pretty cool. Akashi's awesome for me.
Yeah.
The elegance and efficiency is just something I like. That's fair. That's a good point.
And just
I'm
the
still
lore
sticking with
behind
Form
it,
2, but-
how they're like, they just made it for Sir Christopher Lee because he was
Yeah,
like a champion fencer in real life. It's crazy.
He actually already had the form made in real life, but was just like, yeah, we just need to make this Star Warsified now just because you're too good at this.
His life story's crazy. I should make a video on that sometime. Like,
I mean, yeah, me and my friends were actually talking about that at work the other day. We were talking about how because he was
James
originally
Bond is based on Christopher Lee.
Yeah, and how he was like he played Dracula and like he's that's a great guy.
Lord of the
All right.
Rings as well.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. I mean, unbelievable guy.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Speaking of sad news, what are your thoughts on the Balin Skull recast?
I like it. I mean, obviously, like, I'm sad that it's not Rey, but I think his character was too important not to continue. And then Rory McCann I mean, the resemblance is there. It's close enough. And the two of them knew each other. But I love Rory in Game of Thrones. The Hound is one of my favorites.
I was going to say, I know he's from Game of Thrones, because like I said, I haven't watched all of it, but I do know he's from that. I'm glad they're doing it because I've said it before, Balin and Shin are probably my favorite new age Star Wars characters.
Yeah, I think you said that yesterday when we were talking, yeah.
I genuinely enjoy these characters a lot, and I really want to see more of Balin, so I'm obviously it's tragic that Rey isn't able to carry on the character, but I think this is a very well done recast, and I think he knows the weight that it carries now of that role of Rory, that he knows that this is still Ray Stevenson's character in a sense, that he's just carrying it on. So I'm very excited to see where he goes in season 2 of Ahsoka, because he seems to have a big part coming up with like the Mortis gods and everything.
Yeah, Rory can swing a sword too. I can tell you that firsthand. Oh yeah.
Is he like really? Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, in Thrones he's like one of the best swordsmen in Westeros.
Oh,
and he has a few pretty good duels. Like there's another character called the Mountain who's like his brother, and the two of them have a few really good ones. So
that's good to know.
I know his character's it'll be nothing close to what he was in Thrones, because Thrones he was like cursing all the time, kind of throwing his weight around. Like it's not at all Balin Skull, but
Balin's very stoic, very soft spoken in a way.
Completely opposite compared to the Hound. But
man.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
He's a great actor. I'm pretty confident. Christopher Lee was the main character. Yeah. Christopher
I mean, yeah,
Lee
pretty
watched the
much.
last public execution in France. I've heard that too.
I mean, that's crazy. Like how?
I also heard that when he was, I think it was Lord of the Rings, when he was working on that, like the director was trying to explain to him, like the sound people make when they're getting stabbed. And then Christopher Lee was like,
"Don't worry,
well,
I've heard
I've stabbed someone before. Actually, this is how you do it.
He's like, actually, I have real life experience, so don't tell me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I think Rory will do good.
He'll do great. I'm very confident in it.
Yeah, Ahsoka season 2 is going to be peak. I can't wait for that.
I'm so excited. Oh, let's see what else we got here. CT9325 says Finn had wasted potential.
Big time.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of in agreement on that, honestly. And yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be the Stormtrooper turned Jedi. Everyone knows that. Will we ever get that story? I don't know. Everything going on with John Boyega with Star Wars, I don't know if they're going to ever bring him back. I hope they do. I hope he wants to come back one day. Because, I mean, I know people, hate on the sequels, but I think the characters, when handled properly, could be really good.
I think, like, potential-wise, he had a lot there, too. Just because we've seen, like, the hero's journey, like, with Rey. We've seen the cocky pilot before, but a stormtrooper turning, and like there was so much set up with The Force Awakens, but then Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, they just didn't follow up on it.
Yeah,
and then,
I mean, like literally, it's
even in Rise, I remember walking out of Rise and being like, wait, Finn was trying to tell something to Rey. They never followed up on it. They tried, but
yeah, like I mentioned earlier, like I said, I do like Rise of Skywalker, but I'm not oblivious to the problems with that movie, and that's one of the most glaring ones, is that they have this whole setup for Finn to tell Rey that, oh, I have the Force, I'm a Jedi, and I can, and then the movie ends, and it's never talked about again. So I don't know. Like I said, I do like the movie. I think honestly, maybe I don't like the movie as much as I just really like the Battle of Exegol.
The battle's pretty good.
Which I think that's honestly my favorite, because I watched that scene. The whole, like I've said it before, one of my favorite scenes up there of all time is when Poe is like giving up on the fight and he's like giving his speech over like the X-Wing intercoms, and then like Lando comes in and all the rebel ships are behind him. It gives me goosebumps every time. I think everyone can agree on that scene as being awesome. Like,
and I love the breakdowns after of people like zooming in on the ships and being like, oh, there's the Ghost. Here's a Mandalorian gauntlet fighter.
Yep,
Here's this person.
There's a Razor Crest. Yep, it's so cool. Like, I love that scene. I think it's so good. In a Lego Christmas special, Finn literally talks to Rey about his Jedi training. Does he not? I don't know if I've actually seen all the Lego Christmas specials.
I think I remember watching that one. It was a while ago, though. I could be wrong. But
those aren't considered canon, are they?
But, but also if, like, we have to go to that for, like, the follow-up from The Rise of Skywalker.
We're reaching, like...
Yeah. Do you collect anything not Star Wars? I've got a few hockey jerseys, but that's about it.
I'll say I got jerseys. Collect though? That isn't Star Wars.
I used to buy a lot of Marvel Legends, but I sold most of those off. I've got a few still, but
yeah, I don't think I do, honestly. Like, yeah, it's all.
What more do you need?
I say books, but it's all Star. Yeah, I mean, it's got Star Wars has one. It has books. It has action figures. It has Legos. It has.
It's like, do you think I have more money to collect anything else?
Yeah, like you guys see this? Do you guys see this? This is like all my paychecks. Like, golly. A true Canadian. Which hockey jerseys have you got in stock?
I'm not gonna dox myself, so DM me on Discord there, Academy, since you're one of the mods. But
Luthen's such an interesting character, and he gives one hell of a speech. I mean, yeah, I don't think anyone's going to argue the fact that Luthen's one of the best, like, New Age characters.
Stellan Skarsgård is also just incredible.
Couldn't have casted him any better.
No, for sure.
He's absolutely perfect in that role. I mean, everyone knows he's a hell of an actor, but it's unbelievable what he can do in a Star Wars. Like, it's so good.
For sure. I need to watch Dune. I don't know. Are you like a Dune guy at all?
I haven't watched it, but like I know I'll like it, and like I'll probably want to collect stuff from Dune. So I'm like trying to save myself some money for now. So it's like I've seen like a bunch of like even like the Lego set of it. I'm like, man, it's just like all the stuff that looks so cool. Like, I'll know I like.
Like even the cast alone, it's like I should probably check this out. Yeah.
It's like crazy lineup. Like,
The entire Skarsgård family are
yeah.
actors, are they?
Yeah, they are. His sons are like, I know he's been in. I'm like, outside of like Star Wars, I'm like really into like horror movies and stuff. So I know his. I think it's his. Yeah, it's definitely his son. He's in a lot of horror movies that I actually have seen. He's in
Okay.
a couple of them. I forget his name. I know obviously it's Skarsgård something, but forget exactly what his kid's name is.
What does Star Wars not
Star
have? Yeah, like literally. Speeder bikes.
Yeah,
I'd buy a
exactly.
speeder bike in a second if they want to make that possible.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Everyone's like, yeah, I want a lightsaber. I'm like, you're going to cut your arm off. But let me
I
get a
mean,
speeder
yeah,
bike.
yeah, Bill Skarsgård. That's his one kid's name.
Okay, yeah, I know that name.
Yeah, he plays Pennywise. The
Oh, okay.
he plays that, and he's in a bunch of other horror movies. That's like his main thing. He's in John Wick apparently too.
Huh. The more you know.
Yeah, like a bunch of people always like ask the question, like it's the age-old question, like if you could get one thing from Star Wars, what would it be? And everyone says, "Oh, a lightsaber." It wouldn't be a lightsaber for me because I'm gonna like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to turn it on and go right through my head. Like I'm gonna look right down at it. And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, well, that was a terrible decision."
I always say the Force, but I feel like that's like not a fair answer.
Yeah,
Because like if you're talking like technology, I guess like a speeder bike. But also I'm like,
bike would be cool.
you hear how many people die in motorcycle accidents? You know, let's make that fly and let's make it faster.
Yeah. Yeah, let's make it faster. Let's make it like super lightweight, apparently. And I mean, you've seen Star Wars of how many scout troopers and patrol troopers just crash into trees and walls and blow up.
Yeah, or like when the end gets cut off and they're like spinning like crazy. Like, ugh,
yeah,
I'm good.
Like, sends him into a barrel roll like the Ewok on the one, just spinning. It's.
I mean, Hacksmith is doing great with one anyway, so to get something close. Oh, but like the lightsaber. Yeah, that thing
I've
is
seen that.
sick.
He,
Like it's like a
built, like,
giant
the-
torch.
It's more. I would say it's more like a flame sword than like a lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's like a giant fire sword.
Watching Rogue One right now, it hits differently after Andor. I'm gonna do that
cannot
for
wait.
sure.
I can't wait to be able to like watch Andor season 1, 2, and then straight into Rogue One, straight into A New Hope. Like that's
Yeah.
gonna be like it's crazy that they're literally all ending right where like the other one starts. Like I remember when Rogue One came out and like it ends right where A New Hope starts. Is like I
Yeah.
remember freaking out over that. To now add on to that, it's even crazier.
Yeah, I did a rewatch of season 1 like a month before season 2 started, so I was pretty fresh on that. But I think like when we get that last episode, I'm just gonna finish it up and I'm going right into Rogue One.
Yeah, I'm so excited. 'Cause,
Like I don't
Rogue
care how
One,
late I'll be up.
I'm, oh man, I'm honestly, I don't know if I'd put it in my top 3 Star Wars movies. Maybe hot take. I don't know. Maybe.
I did
really like
my
Rogue One.
ranking. I did my ranking like on the last stream. I think I put it at 4.
That's probably about where I'd put it because I really like Rogue One. Again, it's that more grounded level of like we get some like obviously we get the whole Rogue like the Darth Vader scene, which is like perfect. But like it's more so like all about troopers and like rebel troopers and just all grounded battle. Like it's so good. It's
Yeah.
I love Rogue One.
Yeah, I think I had it was Revenge of the Sith, Empire, A New Hope, and then Rogue One. And I almost debated putting Rogue One over A New Hope. Like it was pretty close.
I mean, I feel like it's just because like Rogue One obviously came out like in a modern era where like they have all the crazy special effects and it looks so good. But like then you go back and think that like it still blows my mind that Star Wars came out in 1977. Like
That's
like
crazy.
the fact that like of how he was able to do that stuff back then. Like, have you watched Light and Magic on Disney?
I've seen a bit of it. Yeah, not the full thing, but
I've watched. It's so good. That's one of honestly I loved like the little like behind the scenes series they do. Like they did the one for like making of like Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian. I love all that stuff. I love watching those. And like watching like of how they were able to pull off these Star Wars movies, like the original trilogy is insane.
yeah, it's so good. I can't believe it's going to be 50 years. Like 27 is going to be crazy.
Yeah, that's going to be a crazy year after like especially that celebration after everything that comes out
I
in
know.
26.
It's like, that's like I'm like this has to be the one. I've got to go to this one.
It has to be.
Like I was hoping for East Coast because that'd be easier, but
I mean, really hoping East Coast too.
I was like,
because
yeah, let's
that's
do
on my
Florida.
coast,
That'd be
so.
pretty sick. But
Florida. I know they did Chicago one year. That would have been like, so easy for me. That would have been so easy for me to go to. But I mean, this one's still not terrible. But like,
I get it though,
I mean,
because
it's gonna cost a little bit more.
like I guess they'll be close to like the Lucasfilm Studios, so maybe if they want
That's,
to
I
get
think,
some
what
like
they're doing,
bonkers props and stuff, they could easily just wheel it up the street.
Yeah, I think that's kind of why, because it's kind of like the birthplace of Star Wars, pretty much.
So I know at one point there was a museum that was being built there, like around the stage or whatever that it was
Yeah,
made
I
at.
remember
I don't know
hearing
if that finished or not. I feel like I saw it on
I
like
do remember
Pawn
hearing about
Stars or something like that.
I've seen all those videos of like all the Pawn Stars stuff they try to sell on that
Yeah.
show. Oh, that's so funny. Chris Pratt fan is happy May 4th. Happy May 4th to you as well. Happy
May the 4th be with you. Yeah. Happy Star Wars Day.
National Star Wars Day.
Who's ready for
Pretty much every
Revenge
day
of the
for me at this
5th?
Revenge of the 5th tomorrow.
Let's go.
Wasn't there another one for the 6th too? I forgot. There's like another
Is there?
one. I think so. I think it's like not like a real one, but like I remember people like making stuff up. It's just funny. You can just keep going. Would have loved it to be up here in Northeast America. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
I was hoping. I mean, like I said, it's not bad. I think it's probably like the best spot they could have chosen for like the 50th anniversary, because like I said, it's like the birthplace of Star Wars, pretty much.
For sure. And it's nice that there is like a 2-year break. It's not like right now where it's like, oh my God, I need to book a hotel like right now. I've got a little bit of time.
Part of me wants it to be this next year is because like I want to go so bad, since I don't want to wait. But like it gives me time to save up money for it, and then also try and get a hotel, get all this stuff. Like
for sure.
It's gonna be like 2 months of planning of just scheduling stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to go for sure, but
I'm going like we've said, it's gonna take the world exploding.
Yeah,
to get me there.
As long as international relations kind of improve between our two countries, but that's that's another another topic.
That's
for
a whole lot
day.
of our control. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I got a calculus exam on the 5th tomorrow. Or 5th.
Ooh.
Not excited. Oh man.
What's your teacher doing scheduling that on Revenge of the 5th? I mean, that's just wrong.
Yeah, how could they?
They're not going to let you go and watch it.
You can't study on May 4th. Come on.
That's crazy. Best starship / fighter. Ooh.
Okay, I know mine off the top of my head. Episode 3 style Jedi Starfighter.
I think for me it's the LAAT. I love the gunship, the sound design, the visuals of it.
It's more the sound for me of like I think of like the opening of Revenge of the Sith when you can hear them like just that high pitched screech of like a starfighter is just so. The first shot good.
When they kind of like come right in, yeah, that one's good.
Did you get to see Revenge of the Sith?
I saw it twice.
Okay, so did I. Cool. But like I don't know about you, but like the theater I was in, like you could like literally hear it like coming from behind you to like in front of you. Like I was like that just like made it's so much better. Like it's.
Yeah, no, it was perfect because it came out on the 25th. That was my birthday. So I was like, all right, perfect. We're going there.
Oh, there we go. Happy late birthday.
Thanks, man. And then, I went again that weekend with the boys and saw it on like a bigger screen. So it was even cooler.
Oh, that's so sick.
But I hope for
me.
That's a good one. I hope for 27, it'd be cool if they did like the theatrical cut of like A New Hope, like the original one, no changes.
No changes. Give me the original theatrical release.
I know George hates doing that. Like I heard a story recently where some like movie archive museum or whatever that like preserves original films wanted him to send over like the original cut of A New Hope, but he sent the special edition and they're like, no, we want the original one. And he's like, well, this is the current one.
Yeah, I remember. I think it may have been in that Light and Magic series. He was talking about why that is. And I guess it made more sense to me because I'm like, this is like how you made the movie, like the originally. But like he said, like it was just the point of like in 77, I didn't have the technology to do what I wanted to do.
Right.
And now that he could go back and add in those things, it makes sense at that point. Like I guess I didn't really think of it that way before. It's like that's how he pictured the movie being, but like just literally could not be that way at the time. Do you play any instruments? I wish.
Yeah, I don't. My dad was a drummer, but I never picked up that talent. I was more the sports type. I grew up playing basketball for the most part.
Yep. I raced dirt bikes my whole life. So.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, U-Wings are cool. U-Wings are have we?
I feel like were they only in Rogue One?
Oh, there's the new set that they're from Andor for the Lego set.
I don't think we've seen them yet.
I don't think so. So I'm assuming we're going to at
Probably
some
on like
point,
Yavin
hopefully.
because we're going there for sure. Like there's the shot of Cassian walking forward in the rebel base.
Also, speaking of Yavin, that was a crazy reveal
Right.
of the of like the whole we never really got like an official like kind of name, but like that tribe that captured Cassian,
Yeah,
and then
like
like
some
he
rebel
flies
cell.
off and it flies off and it reveals that they're on Yavin. It's like that was. I remember I jumped up. I was like, "Whoa, wait a
Yeah.
minute!"
I wonder if Cassian was the one that's like, hey guys, I found a good place where we can hide where like nobody
I'm
is.
assuming that's what's gonna happen. Like it's like, hey, I saw these guys that kidnapped me, but like there's a cool temple there we can stay in. Like
We saw Saw Gerrera's U-Wing in Rebels Season 4. Right, but I meant like we haven't seen it in Andor yet. I don't think. We saw there was the TIE Reaper in last season.
yeah,
Like the one that took him to Narkina 5, and I think there were a few like flying around when they got out.
I forgot about that. I actually forgot about that. I hope we see more TIE Strikers that we saw in Rogue One. I love that ship.
That one was cool, yeah.
It's similar to the Reaper. It's more of like the TIE Fighter version of that. So
I hope we see
I love the
Scarif.
TIE Striker. I wouldn't be surprised if we do.
I feel like we will.
If it's gonna tie into Rogue One, I feel like we're gonna get a scene of either Krennic going to like Scarif or something, or Krennic already on Scarif. Like I feel like we have to see it at least once because it plays such a pivotal part in Rogue One.
For sure.
I would pay money for a Lego TIE Reaper and TIE Avenger. I'm surprised they haven't done a TIE Avenger, honestly.
I feel like they will. If that is actually the ship from Andor, they have to.
Yeah, it has to because it's like literally like the whole plot point of like almost the first 3 episodes. Like
I'm surprised they haven't done a Reaper.
Yeah, that would have been a really good one. Scarif is right next door to Gorman, so it would make sense to it. Is it?
Is that?
I'm like not great with like the galactic map. Like I'm not.
I should be. I made a video on it like a couple weeks ago, but there were so many of them. I don't think I mentioned Scarif in the video.
That's like the best part though. It's like if I don't know something, like if I a lot of video ideas come from my own questions. I'm like, where does this,
exactly? Yeah.
like, fall in the galaxy? And I like get to research it. I'm like, oh, let me tell everyone about this.
And if not, it's like the comments, or I have like a suggestion channel in the Discord, and that's like super helpful. People come up with some great ideas that I never would have thought of.
Oh yeah, people. I'm sure like everyone in the chat right now probably is like knows almost more than me sometimes because like there's some crazy knowledgeable people on this stuff that
for sure.
I'm like, how do you even know that stuff?
It's fun getting stumped too, like when you feel like you know a lot of stuff and then someone comes up with something and I'm like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I like to think I'm like pretty knowledgeable on stuff, and then someone's like, "Hey, did you know this?" I'm like, "Dude, I didn't even know that existed until you just told me." Or sometimes I'll go to, I'll be like, "Yeah, right." I check it, I'm like, "Man, they were right."
Yeah.
I'm trying to fact check any questions you guys have on the live stream.
You've been helpful, Academy. I appreciate that. There were a few that we got stumped on, and you got that. The Jedi's name from
I was gonna say
Underworld.
Names are definitely not my strong suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just because, like I say, it's the whole Jinky Minus situation. These names don't make any sense sometimes.
Droopy McCool. My favorite Star Wars character.
Size Snoodles. Oh my gosh. What's your favorite Stormtrooper variant? I like the Beach Troopers. Oh man,
I think it's Death Trooper for me. I love the scrambled voice, the black armor. Yeah. So fun to play as in Battlefront. Scout Troopers are sick.
Oh my gosh. I'm definitely way. Like I said, I showed the picture of me being held hostage by one earlier. That's what started the love for it.
Like, I see the helmet chilling back there too. So.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's actually the one from my. I have like the full armor, and that's like a
full sick
one. That one's special. I actually don't have the Black Series one yet. I actually want to get it still.
Yeah, Scout Trooper. I think helmet alone I would rank at the top, but like full armor, it's the Death Troopers for sure.
No, I still think the opening of Rogue One's one of the better, if not up there with like Revenge of the Sith style opening.
Yeah.
Like of Krennic landing on. Do we know what planet? Let's see if Academy knows that one. What planet is Galen on at the start of Rogue One?
I don't know if we know that one. Yeah.
I think it says. I'm trying to think if it says. I know Rogue One does like the same thing Andor does, where it says the planet name when it like cuts to it in like the bottom left or something. I don't know if they do that for the opening.
Yeah.
Of like that tall grass planet. Like, I just the stark contrast between like the grass and the Death Troopers, and like the one picking up like the Stormtrooper doll is so sick.
Oh yeah, it's a great shot. What's your favorite Star Wars song? Probably Battle of the Heroes for me. Or
Anakin's Dark Deeds.
yeah, whatever the Jedi Temple March is.
Yeah.
Is that from Anakin's Dark Deeds? Yeah.
I believe it's part of it. Lamu is okay. I did not know that. I would not have guessed that one. Lamu.
Lamu, yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it? Lamu?
I don't remember that one.
Lamu.
The Empire invades Earth. What are you doing? Praying? Like
Leaving?
yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, I'm hijacking a TIE fighter and leaving.
Especially if they have like a Death Star or a Star Destroyer, we're done. Like there's no hope.
Oh, but I could like, what if I could join him? I get to wear a stormtrooper armor.
I mean, yeah.
I get to be a stormtrooper, but then I'm just gonna be like the stormtrooper that just gets like thrown against a wall and by Grogu and dies instantly.
The first thing I'm doing, I'm hiding this hat. I'm hiding the helmet back there. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not Red 5. I don't know.
The best one. Yeah, no. Who's that guy? I don't. Luke Skywalker. What? Yeah, the Order 66 theme. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, another maybe I don't think it's a hot take, but Rey's theme is really good.
So good. The Resistance March as well.
Really good. Like the music from the sequels is really good.
John Williams, man, just doesn't miss.
I mean, yeah, well, absolute legend. Like I know they came out with a series about him recently too. I haven't watched.
Yeah, yeah, I need to see that one too.
I haven't watched that. Star Wars coming in Fortnite. They have Star Destroyers in the sky, but a standard Imperial fleet is only 4 Star Destroyers. So in Fortnite, there are like 7 Imperial fleets present. I mean, yeah, you gotta get rid of Fortnite. You know, you gotta clean them out. That Fortnite event has actually been a lot of fun. I've been playing that actually.
Yeah, I haven't played Fortnite in like years.
I hadn't either, but then I saw like all this Star Wars stuff. I'm like, I should hop on.
I was like, you know, maybe I'd stream it, but like, I don't think anybody wants to see me just being bad at Fortnite for a couple hours.
Watching Cassian's death right now is killing me. Says Dark World. That's gonna be like another. I didn't even really think about that. Like we're gonna like literally see like pretty much the start of Cassian in the rebellion to like literally the end.
That's another thing. I feel like maybe Bix has to go soon so he has time to recover before Jin.
Yeah, because I was actually thinking about that the other day because I was like, clearly Bix is like the love interest here.
Yeah.
And clearly in Rogue One it's Jin, and so like he's either just a dog or like I mean I'm assuming there's gonna be like, so it's, what is the time jump between each arc? I remember
1 year
saying it 1 year before, so there's a little bit of, so yeah, it has to be this next arc then.
It has to be because the next one is gonna go into Rogue One. Like I think they said it's gonna be like minutes before.
It has to be this arc then. Because then that would make more sense if Bix goes in this next arc. There's like however long, like if it's in like episode say 7, there's like a little bit of time for like 8 in episode 8 and 9, but then like the 1 year jump. So that would make more sense of like leading of how he meets Jin, and him not just being a dog.
I can see it. You think we're gonna see Jin?
No, as much as I would like to, I don't think they probably got
Felicity Jones
back.
Yeah,
Felicity Jones. I don't think they got her for the show.
I think
know they probably
Galen might be more likely.
Galen I could see because they had him at Celebration just this past Celebration. He was there, so that's like a character that's like you don't really maybe bring him unless he's gonna be showing up in something new. Like obviously everyone loved him. He's awesome as Galen, but I don't know. I could definitely see Galen showing up, but especially like if we do the whole thing of like going to Scarif with Krennic, of having like him and Krennic together, showing like before maybe he went and lived off on that remote planet of Lamu that we learned.
Lamu.
Lamu.
That's the thing though. Like, are we far enough on the timeline where maybe he is on Lamu?
Because
like we don't know when they. No, he was back with the Empire, and like Jin was pretty small when Krennic came and got him.
Yeah, she was a kid. Like she was young.
Yeah, and she was with Saw for a while.
So yeah, maybe that doesn't line up too well. There's also only interest in Jin Erso right now before the events of Rogue One, after the Core Massacre. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Jin will show up in Andor season 2.
I don't think so.
I'm not banking on it. I don't see it happening. I definitely could see Galen though.
I think it's 100%. More likely than like Darth Vader.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's pulling a fast one on us. Tony Gurley straight up said that there's no Vader. I don't take him as the type of guy to try and pull a fast one like that, of how like
Right.
they try to keep it a secret. I think he's like being honest of like, yeah, I'm not touching Vader in this because I almost think it would. I don't know if I wouldn't say it's I'm not gonna say it's gonna ruin the show, but it would throw off the idea of this being a very grounded series of not putting any Sith, any Jedi. It's all about the people that are getting these ramifications happening to them because of that stuff going on.
Yeah. Like at most the cameo, another one I could see is maybe we see the Ghost picking up Mon. Like I don't think we're gonna see like Ezra stepping out and being like, "Hey, come on, get on the ship." But maybe the Ghost.
Yeah, I could see that because that leads into that whole Rebels arc with Mon Mothma and everything. That would make perfect sense. Wouldn't hate that at all. And then
any Andor glazers in the chat? You got two of them right here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In the chat, they're on the stream.
Exactly.
But who else? I was just gonna think of someone else. If someone else I could show up, but I can't remember who I was gonna say.
Droopy McCool.
Jin, Droopy. Pinky Minus shows up and kills Darth Vader.
There we go. Peak Star Wars.
Peak Star Wars. Max Rebo saves the day. My rabbit's name is Darth Luna. That'd be a cool Sith name.
Yeah.
Regardless.
That kind of works. Feels like something you could see in like Visions.
Speaking of that, what about we haven't touched on the Vision season 3 at all? Have you watched Vision season 1 and 2? Really?
I haven't. No.
Are you just not an anime guy?
Not really. No. Never really given it a fair shot, I guess. But
that's fair. I'm not a big anime fan, but I at least have watched some. But like it's the close. I think someone in the chat earlier. I don't think I mentioned it, but someone asked about a Star Wars What If series, and it's honestly exactly what Visions is.
Yeah.
Like almost. It doesn't take on canon characters, like it's not like Darth Vader's in it and stuff like that. It's all made up new characters, but it's very much like, what if Star Wars, was set in like feudal Japan and had like the Ronin episode? Like I'm sure you've probably seen pictures of that.
Yeah.
Of that whole episode, like it's like almost everyone's favorite. And now they're doing a full series of the Ninth Jedi. They're doing like a full actual series of it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, like the closest I've seen to anime is like Avatar: The Last Airbender or like the Tartakovsky Clone Wars. So
technically anime. That's crazy. I forgot Dave Filoni actually worked on Avatar.
Yeah, because
the job.
They have the Appo reference.
Yeah, Appo.
Like they even put the arrow on his helmet. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I remember that's a nitpick I have of Star Wars in general now, with like all the clones having distinct armor, and then in live action they're all generic. I wish if there was one thing I could change about like Revenge of the Sith, it would just be making like certain clones show up. Like make Appo have the arrow on his helmet.
Yeah.
Put like Rex somewhere in the background. Like that's why like even seeing Ahsoka it made it feel more like the universe start tying together of just like the little tiny details I know most people really it doesn't really matter, but like seeing Rex in live action, it was just like that childhood thing that's like brought to life now of seeing what, like I don't know about you, but like when I watch animation, I like the picture of like what it would really look like in real life, like in live action. Like that's how I always kind of think about it. I'm like, what did this actually look like the Clone Wars or whatever? And then finally getting to see it is crazy.
I think we're gonna get so much more in season 2. Like some of the rumors have been crazy. Hayden's confirmed already. He's like openly talking about that he's back. Like people are saying Ewan might be in it. I'm sure we'll see Tem again.
Give me Hayden Christensen or give me Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan in Clone Wars armor, please. Like in live action.
Oh man, please. I would love it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we've been going for a good over 2 hours here. Any final questions from the chat?
Let's see. Let's get some good ones.
Final thoughts. Let's end on a high here.
Come on. That's a good one. What's a Star Wars theory that you believe in?
Ooh.
Okay, I got a bunch. Let me think. A Star Wars theory that I believe in. He said, me personally, I think Starkiller was a second chance at a chosen one prophecy by the Force.
That's not a terrible one, yeah. It's hard to like talk Starkiller without like him being in the universe now.
Yeah, it's a very muddy area.
Yeah.
Let's see. Star Wars theory I believe in.
Mace being alive? Question mark.
Maybe. I don't know if I believe that one.
Ewoks eating the stormtroopers. Is that a theory anymore though? I feel like they've confirmed that.
I was gonna say I think that's kind of like almost confirmed from Star Wars Forces of Destiny. I think it was.
Right.
I think they kind of confirmed it in that actually.
Jar Jar's a Sith Lord. There we go. Yeah.
There we go. Now we're talking. I don't know, man. I got a bunch that I don't.
Would you guys ever do a Discord Q&A / post live discussion in a VC? Maybe.
Possibly.
I wouldn't say no. Who knows?
Nothing. Project Blackwing. That's
not a theory. It's that's canon now. I'm pretty sure.
I think it kind of is. I was reading up something about Death Troopers today, actually, or the other day when I made my Death Troopers video. That I guess the way they got their name, like the actual Death Troopers we know, like the all black armored ones, is because Palpatine named them that to like cause fear to the public.
Yeah, like he took advantage of the rumors and was trying
of the rumors of Project Blackwing. That's where he got the name from. Yeah, I just learned that the other day. I'm like, that is, I want to make a video next. That's so cool. Like, I didn't know that actually.
I have a good question. What's the next stream going to be with the docking bay? This has been great. I'm down to do it again. This has been great. This has been great.
Oh, come on. Too kind to me. No, I'm definitely down. That's been a great time. Time flies when you're everyone. Does not feel like it's been 2 hours.
No, this is great. I mean, for it's only full transparency to the chat. This is the second time we've ever talked, like not actually via text, like actually conversation. So
it actually turns out this could have gone horrible, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's some decent chemistry here. I like it. This has been
absolutely.
Fun.
Oh man.
IMO Jake's content is better. Damn.
That's not a hot take. That's facts. Right?
Roasted me on my own channel. You know, and he's never coming
Your own
back.
mod.
You know?
Your own mod, man.
Damn, I'm about to take away all his privileges. You know, I'll let it slide only because you became a channel member today. All right. But anyways, guys, this has been great. One more time.
Absolutely.
Shout out Saber Council, baby. Head on over there. Take advantage of that May the 4th sale. 20% off or a free Saber. Links down below. And it's running through tomorrow too. So Revenge of the 5th, it carries on.
Sabers.
Go get some Sabers. Best deal of the year. But this has been great. Any final thoughts from you?
I think we covered about everything. We talked Tales of the Underworld, talked Andor, talked a bunch more stuff other than that.
Yeah.
No, I think it was good. I had a lot of fun, man. That was a good time.
This was great for sure. I think we'll do it again sometime.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll catch you all soon. Definitely be doing more streams. This has been great. Second one. Awesome. Thanks everybody for sticking around. Like, viewers were super consistent. It's really great. The conversation, the questions. But make sure you guys go check out the video we dropped today too, and we've got some fun ones in the works for this week. And go follow Jake down in the comments as well, at the Docking Bay, TikTok and YouTube. And we'll definitely catch you guys again soon. Awesome. Red 5 standing by.
Docking Bay, I don't got a slang. You got cool slang. I don't got that.
I know, right? All right. See you, chat.
All right, guys. See you guys.